Good morning. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Let's do this. Welcome to your Monday. Get that stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe. You can always listen to the show. You can download the Rock 161 app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Or check us out at rock1061.com. Happy Monday, Marshall.
We made it. Here we are on a Monday morning.
I knew it was going to be a rough Monday when I got to the station and went, you know what? I can sleep for another hour. Pulled up a hoodie and used that as a pillow. Slept on the floor for another hour.
Interesting.
I was so tired. I woke up and I'm like, I got to go in. I got a lot to do. And then as I was driving over here, I'm like, nah, I can get it all done in an hour. So I took some extra sleep. This weekend, no sleep. I didn't do anything. No sleep. I had to pick up my kid at work at midnight last night. So I needed the extra hour uncomfortably on my office floor.
You know there's a couch in our sales manager's office.
Yeah, I don't want to be in his office. That's weird.
Okay.
That's just creepy. My floor is fine. I'll fall asleep anywhere. You know this.
Okay. All right. Well, good for you. Great way to kick off the week, sleeping an hour on your floor this morning.
That's how I started my day. There you go.
The weekend was real nice. Got an opportunity to head on over to Burt Church Distillery in Bluffton.
Okay.
The facility, $26 million. No big deal. And they're under some crazy South Carolina restrictions where they can only serve you like 4.5 ounces of alcohol total your entire stay there. So it's very interesting how they pull that off. They got some restrictions that look like they're going to be lifted here in the next few months. But
okay.
It was very cool to go check out that facility because it is incredible. That was top to bottom.
That was going to be my next question. Why spend $26 million on something that you can, really not take full advantage of? But they're going to change the rules, change the laws, and then maybe you can go in and actually have a drink. It'll be fine.
Could you imagine opening up a distillery and just being like, yeah, we got enough money to change laws. So good for Burnt Church. But yeah, I got an opportunity to check that out this weekend. Very, very impressive spot. Also got a chance to see our close personal friend Hodge.
Nice.
Who's going to be coming and visiting us here in the next few weeks and months for Beer for Breakfast as well over at Southern Barrel.
All right, coming up on the show today, we've got Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? We're going to take a look at some of the best movies from the 90s. We're going to take your calls, comments, and texts at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. What's your weirdest case of deja vu? And we'll kick off the show about last night is coming up next. Richard Branson trying to one-up Jeff Bezos. Celebrity boxing, it's not going anywhere. And Bill Murray honored the Cubs on Friday with a nice rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. That story's coming up next. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Here's Aaron Jones and Mercy, Rock 106.1.
Our headphones sound really weird.
It's weird, right?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either, but they definitely sound different.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It sounds like we're distant in the back. There's no balls to those headphones at all. Morning, Tony. Morning, Gibby. How you guys doing? Tony, I agree with the couch. I would say the couch is like maybe 8 feet away from probably where Cotter laid down to take a nap this morning.
Like I said, I didn't want to sleep in somebody else's office. It just was weird.
Well, Tony goes, wait, weird to sleep on a couch in the office, but willing to take a nap at Jake's.
Yeah, totally willing to take a nap at Jake's.
There you go. I don't understand it either. But that's just who he is. Accept it.
All right, got about two minutes.
There was a bunch of button pushing when the show started. Yeah. Every morning there is, man. There's like 27 buttons to push in the right sequence. It's like it's like that. It's like Lost. You had to push the button every 2 hours and
Yeah, something like that. 102 minutes.
Yeah. If he doesn't do that, it explodes. So that's essentially what we have to do every weekday, or this radio station would explode. Which would be very bad for Tony's business. You would think, at least.
All right, about 90 seconds.
Y'all set on that audio over there?
Yeah.
I'm guessing everything on the stream is sounding good, guys, when it comes to overall audio. I don't know why our headphones sound a little like our headphones sound weird this morning. But, you know, it's a Monday, so we kind of expect that. Mm-hmm. If it happened on Tuesday, we would be freaked out.
Excuse me. Okay. Good. All right. Under a minute.
I'm glad you're a fan of that show too, Tony. Tony's throwing out the sequence 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Nice.
I forget. Did he have to type it in? He had to type it in,
type
right?
it in and hit enter, yeah.
Yeah. It was Desmond, Penny's boat. Yeah. They would do well to do some sort of follow-up series to that.
I think so. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Started up about last night. Story number 1 on Friday. The Chicago Cubs hosted their first full capacity game since the COVID-19 pandemic started. So basically 2 years ago, 2019. And they kept up with the tradition, and they had someone in the booth to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch. And it was the one and only Bill Murray, which he's done this before.
Right.
But a huge Cubs fan. And I thought, it was a good call to have him come back for the first full capacity game.
Bill Murray at his age is far from being a virgin to anything. So definitely not his first time in the booth. And I'm not going to lie. I thought he did a hell of a job seeing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," although I do think he had up to 2 flubs. Because I actually wound up watching this video multiple times because I've been at Wrigley, I've been drunk, and I've sang this song along with, I think it was Eddie Vedder, who I was
nice.
One of those times I went. And I was like, I think he messed up twice. But you know what? It's Bill Murray. It's one of those things you automatically, like, in the moment, you're like, oh, he messed up. Let's keep going. It's fine. It's Bill Murray. It's Bill Murray. You can't even get mad at it.
No, not at all. Here's some of the audio.
To be 100%, and we're going to be louder from right now until the last out.
He's going to cuss there.
Of the 9th inning. Understood? Let's scare the hell out of these Cardinals. Let's scare them. All right. Let's sing the song one more time. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
That's the first one.
Yeah. I don't know if I got the second one here.
Some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never.
And it's just like minor flubs. He just
That's
flipped a couple
okay.
words. But no, I mean, it was for the most part electric to have Bill Murray sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." 100% on top of that. The Cubbies swept. As of last night, the Cubbies swept the Cardinals 4 in a row. It feels good. Top of the NL Central.
We wouldn't have thought that.
No.
At the start of the season, we pretty much gave up after the first couple of weeks. So the fact that they are above 500, the fact that they are tied for first, it's mind-boggling.
I think it's just the electricity of having 100% capacity over the weekend. I think the Cubbies really rode that. So it's nice to have them winning. And you know what? We could lose to everyone. Kind of like how the Bears-Packers play out.
Yes.
We can lose to everyone, but we can't lose to the Cardinals. And it felt good that we swept them this weekend.
All right, coming up next, story number 2, celebrity boxing. More of it went down over the weekend. We'll tell you who and who won. Coming up next, Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1. All right, I'm going to get my coffee.
You've only seen the pilot of Lost and nothing more. Wow, dude, the show is really, really good, Gibby. You should check that out, man. Morning, Thomas. What's up, man? Ooh, Thomas. DM me, and I want to hook you up with a Cotter and Marshall Show shirt. I reached out to a few people over the weekend. Going to start hooking you guys up with some Cotter and Marshall Show shirts. We have a very limited supply, so I'm going to get them out to the OG Horde members as fast as possible. So coming up next, obviously we just got done talking about Bill Murray. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Lamar Odom. He former Los Angeles Laker, and I think he played for the Clippers as well. Married to Khloe Kardashian, and big time sex addict. And I think he was on meth for a while. He had a fight over the weekend. Yeah, that's right, a fight over the weekend versus Aaron Carter, the brother of Nick Carter, who's part of, what is it, the Backstreet Boys? Yeah, the Backstreet Boys, the blonde one. And didn't go well for him. So we're going to talk about another celebrity boxing match. We'll also talk about Richard Branson. He's the dude that owns Virgin Airlines, the Virgin Hotel, which took over the Hard Rock spot in Vegas, if you're familiar kind of where that is in Vegas. He's got a ton of money, and now he's trying to beat Jeff Bezos to space. We'll also talk about Batman during the show today. We'll break down your favorite 90s movies. We'll power rank those. Got some Marshall's Music News. Got the Drunk Line. Got Big Money Monday. Got a nice little Monday show to kind of like ease us back into the week. It'll be nice to advertise the shirt at the July 3rd show. Yeah. The nice thing about the Cotter Marshall shirts, they're like Under Armour shirts, so they're kind of like the sports tech stuff. So at least you can breathe in them a little bit. Or sweat in them in a little bit, I guess is the better way to say it. I'm going to share the show around, Cotter.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, man. Yeah, the weekend was definitely not long enough.
What'd you wind up doing?
Nothing really. I mean, honestly. Tried to mow. I got my front yard done. Then it started raining.
It's kind of all that matters.
Yeah.
At least for the HOA.
Got part of the back done, then it started raining. So, got to finish that. Watched TakeOver last night. It was okay. Not real great. It was okay. And then spent a lot of time writing trivia for the week. So, yeah, a lot of that. So it was not an action-packed weekend by any means. But that's okay.
You got Father's Day coming up this weekend.
That is correct.
Must be cool to have a father. Also, what are your kids doing for you? You know of any plans? How are you celebrated in the Cotter household?
Traditionally, for Father's Day, they make me, so there was a s'mores cereal way back when I was a kid, and it's like Golden Grams covered in chocolate with the tiny little marshmallows. Mm-hmm. Well, they discontinued it. They, for whatever reason, they stopped making it. So typically for Father's Day, they make me that cereal. So they buy Golden Grams, get some chocolate, melt it over it, and get some marshmallows. And so that's usually what is my Father's Day gift. But I don't know if they'll have time this year because Dana and Ella won't get back until late Thursday this week. Dana works on Friday, so I don't know. But that's typically it, which is kind of nice.
All right, that's all done. Let's see. Didn't Sir Branson do that Red Bull jump? I don't know. That's actually a really good question. I'm not familiar with that one.
No, I don't think that was Branson who did that jump.
Let me do some googs.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
I don't remember Branson doing that.
Yeah, I don't think it was him. I think it was just a dude. Maybe, though. I don't know. Nothing would surprise me with that guy.
Morning, Charles. because I have a deja vu every day. It's like I own my own business and I'm stressed the F out. And I start the day having good workout, good mood till my texts start boiling up in the middle of my workout and I have to eat nails and smash something. There you go. See, it's just motivation for your workout, dude. I'm Googling that jump, Tony. Actually, I don't know. I don't know really much about it. Back in 2012, Daredevil Felix Baumgartner, who leapt into the stratosphere from a balloon hovering near the Space 20. Oh, I remember that jump.
That was 2012?
Yeah,
Holy
that was 2012.
Crap. Yeah, I remember that. I think.
Yeah, he sponsored it. Yeah, I remember that because he had the Red Bull logo on the thing or whatever.
Shocked that it was that long.
Yeah, Thomas goes, no, that was Baumgartner. Yeah. Felix Baumgartner. Gibby says, so what did you guys decide to do for Torch Tuesday? We will actually tell you all about that coming up here in just a little while. When are we talking about that?
I think we have it 9 o'clock hour. We can mention it earlier, though, if we want.
Okay. So we're back on the air here in about 2.5 minutes, guys. Going to be talking about Lamar Odom, former crack addict and sex addict. Did you see any of the video clips from the fight?
I watched some of the clips. I watched him knocking down Carter. And then I think them hugging afterwards.
Yeah, it was
ridiculous.
It was just a funny fight to watch. So I got the chance to watch UFC 263 over the weekend.
Okay.
Good Lord. The first fight of the night, it was Hill versus some Scottish dude. The rest of the fights were mostly, I think, went to, there weren't many finishes, which is kind of a bummer for UFC fights.
Yeah.
But it was Jamal Hill versus Paul Craig. Paul Craig's the Scottish dude. So automatically you're like, wow, this fight's going to be insane. Because one dude's undefeated, the other dude has a couple losses, but he just looks like an absolute badass. At the weigh-in, he painted his face like Braveheart, dude. It was sick.
Nice.
So they come out and they start fighting. You're like, dude, the Scottish dude he's whooping up on him. It's over. So he gets him in this like arm bar, and I'm like, seen that before. This doesn't turn out good. He dislocates Hill's.
Oh,
yeah, and like the camera, he was flipping him in midair with the arm bar. And the camera switched, so you couldn't quite tell. But then, like, he kept pulling on the arm, and then you notice, like, the elbow joint, like, these two pieces weren't connected anymore. So it was like, it was just off a little bit, and it was just dangling. And then the Scottish dude started pounding Hill's head. And you're like, he couldn't do anything because his arm, he couldn't move his arm, and his head was stuck in between the Scottish dude's legs. And the Scottish dude was just hitting him with his left hand. They finally called it. And this dude's arm was just like a noodle. And you're like, well, that ain't good. And that was the grossest thing from the weekend. But yeah, that's what I did with my Saturday night.
Nice. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
And Marshall. Rock 1061.
About last night's story number 2, because you can't get enough celebrity boxing. I had another event go down Friday night. This was former NBA star Lamar Odom taking on former pop star Aaron Carter. Now, Lamar's 6'10". Aaron, they claim, is 6 foot. That's just, I mean, that's ridiculous.
He's not 6 foot.
No.
And also, you labeled Lamar wrong. Former meth addict, former sex addict.
Sorry, my bad.
Former Kardashian family member. I think he's technically out of the family via divorce.
I think so.
I mean, yeah, Lamar's got quite the rundown when it comes to his career. It was like growing up, you know, you being the older brother and you fighting your 4-year-old brother.
Right.
He had a good 1.5 feet, at least. There's no way Aaron Carter's 6 foot tall, but he had a good 1.5 feet with this guy, and he was just palming his head and then just hitting him with the other one. It was just one of the ugliest celebrity fights I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, Carter came out swinging, man. I'll give him that. He tried there for half second, but then it was round number 2 when Odom actually knocked him down, and Chuck Liddell was the special guest referee, letting him go. But then he finally had to call it in the second round.
It was just an overall ugly celebrity fight. Now, there was another batch of celebrity fights on top of this as well. It was YouTubers versus TikTokers.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why, but this needs to stop. Celebrity boxing, I think, needs to cool down because where we have too much celebrity boxing with Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul this weekend, and now whatever the hell we wanted to call this that happened this weekend with 2 different occasions of celebrity boxing. Cool it down. Make it a once-a-month thing. Like, kind of team up, become a mega organization like the NFL did. You know, combine the NFC and the AFC, combine it to make the NFL. We need one central hub of celebrity boxing, so I'm not over-annuated with crazy amounts of crappy celebrity boxing.
When does this bubble burst? Or has it burst already?
People are somehow still buying a ton of these fights.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I honestly, personally don't know anyone who would even think about watching this Lamar Odom, Aaron Carter fight. But, I mean, some people did. They made some money off it, I'm sure.
And Lamar Odom said he'd fight again if the money was right. So obviously he made something. I mean, he wasn't making Mayweather Paul money, no. But I mean, he had to make enough for him to do it.
At least $500,000.
You would think, right? I mean, it was $30, I think, for this one, for the pay-per-view.
Sure.
And compared to the $50 for Mayweather Paul. Yeah, I'm okay. This can be done. This is a fad that I don't need in my life.
Yeah, like I said, I need one organization if you're going to do it, and then just like once a month, hit me with some stuff like on a non-UFC weekend, and I may watch it.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, not so fast, Jeff Bezos. Richard Branson wants to go to space. Story is after STP, your sex type thing. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Get my coffee.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging around this morning. Yeah, so Gibby and Wanda kind of combined to put together a Discord channel. If you guys are familiar, it's kind of just like a hub of all sorts of... Oh, my camera's not on, sorry. Stupid changing things and buttons. Gibby created a Discord channel for us, for the Horde, for the Cotter and Marshall Show. So it's kind of like fan run, which is super cool. And they got all sorts of different stuff on there. We've worked with Gibby and Wanda on helping create this. Got lots of information on the show, and it's got stuff that you can kind of hang out and do. It's kind of interactive in a lot of ways. So Gibby dropped the link there. Feel free to, if you don't have a Discord, super easy to use, kind of fun. So make sure to check that out. And once again, Gibby, thank you, and Wanda for putting that together. Charles goes, how about the Horde versus the host pay-per-view, boxing or MMA? I don't think we'd fare well. Would not come out in our favor. Heather, good morning. Good morning. What a Monday, guys. What a Monday. So we're going to be rocking and rolling this week. Pretty excited about everything. Obviously, we have Mac coming in on Wednesday. We have Eric Loy of Silver Bluff Brewing. Did I say it right? I think I did. So. Yeah. He'll be coming in on Friday. We had a mix-up. Thought he was coming in last week. Anyway, he's coming in this Friday. Is there any way we can get the link for the Discord dropped in the Facebook? Yeah, I'll drop it in right now for you.
All right, got about a minute and a half.
There you go, Thomas. I love this next story just for the fact that it's the most like middle school crap you've ever heard in your life. It's two bullies trying to figure out which one has the bigger, you know what?
Yes, it is.
An issue with rewind?
It must be okay now. There must have just been a little bit of a hiccup.
Oh, okay.
All right, got about a minute.
Cool.
All right, guys, be right back. Story number 3 about last night. It was early last week when Jeff Bezos announced that he and his brother would be on board the first human space flight for the company's New Shepard spacecraft. That was going to happen on July 20th. Well, as soon as the word came out, Richard Branson, owner of Virgin, came in and put his penis down on the table and said, nope, count me in. He says he's going to make it into space in a suborbital flight on the VSS Unity on July 4th. That's part of Virgin Galactic. That's his space company because you got to have a space company for a billionaire.
Right.
So he could be up in space 2 weeks prior to Jeff Bezos.
Right. Bezos is trying to get there by July 20th. Branson said July 4th, America. He wants to be up there. But there's one big hiccup. He essentially doesn't have his spaceship driver's license from the FAA. This is ridiculous. One, that you have to have a space driver's license.
Well,
Can the government stop governmenting for like 2 seconds? But, that's kind of the one big hiccup that's stopping Richard Branson from taking this trip currently on the 4th of July.
Now, there is some debate if Branson goes up, if he'll technically be in space. So his ship can do about 50 miles, the suborbital flight. And according to the FAA, they recognize 50 miles up as space.
Right.
Well, according to the Federation Aeronautic International, which is basically international governing body, they say it's 62 miles, and Branson's ship doesn't do 62 miles. However, Jeff Bezos does. So even if he goes up, is he in space? According to the FAA, he is, but not the international governing body.
Yeah, I know. I just wish both their spaceships go up at the same time and hate each other, man. I just wish so we get over this is a complete waste. And most likely, and did you hear, actually, I think it was just announced yesterday that they sold a seat on that flight with Jeff Bezos and his brother for $28 million. That's after the government, our government, gave them a $10 billion, go ahead and sorry about all the trouble you're going through being Amazon CEO and the richest man on the planet. Here's $10 billion to help make your space program go.
And then the 28 just to get a spot on it. I don't know, man. If I'm the owner of these companies, if I'm the companies themselves, I'm not letting these dudes up on the first flight. Wait, let's work out the bugs, guys. Let's make sure it's all working. Then you can go to space.
Yeah,
Don't worry, you'll get there.
Don't worry. No, it's obviously a first competition now between Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos. I actually would be very happy if they had a traffic accident right there. Just saying.
I'm just waiting for Elon Musk to make his announcement from space. Guys, I'm already here. I made it. Suck it.
In the Tesla that he shot up there. He's just actually sitting next to the astronaut guy.
That's true. All right, coming up next, going to talk 20th anniversary concert and details and how you can score tickets all this week. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, I didn't hear honestly anything about Virgin Galactic. Gibby mentions Virgin has been talking about Virgin Galactic and space flying for at least a decade, 2 decades. I don't remember hearing much of anything about it.
Branson is like the original, just billionaire. I want to spend all my money on cool stuff so I can do neat things. I mean, he is that guy, the original one.
Well, the crazy thing is, so the Hard Rock Hotel, which is the one that's back off the strip.
Yeah.
You and I did a conference there once.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, that was bought out by Virgin, and they wound up doing an entire remodel. It was shut down for weeks and weeks and weeks and months, and did a complete remodel of the Hard Rock, and now it's a Virgin hotel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so. Morning, T.A. Grindle says, morning, gentlemen. Mondays don't suck when they're Friday. Good for you, man. Good for this being your Friday. Yeah, just a quick programming note for us. I mean, we're on this week, speaking of it doesn't suck when it's Fridays. Then next week we're on Monday, and then Cotter's on vacation for a few days, so we won't be on but just Monday of next week.
Correct.
So just a quick heads up there. So here at the top of the 7 o'clock hour, guys who are joining us on this very early edition of the Cotter and Marsh Show on Monday, we're doing, what is your craziest story, your weirdest story of deja vu? We actually found this article that says that essentially most people have experienced deja vu in their life, except for older people. And it actually was a weird story where it says that people over 55 are much more likely to say it never happened. But I think at that point, people just forgot it happened.
It could be true.
In their lives. But once again, what is your weirdest, craziest story of deja vu that you've ever had in your life? If you want to share those stories with us, please drop them in to the chat right now. We'll share them starting at the 7 o'clock hour. In the 7 o'clock hour as well, we're going to be rolling for Big Money Monday, your chance to win a $50 Visa gift card. All you need to do is just text us your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. You can do that right now if you want, 1-800-394-1061. You can go ahead and do that, and we'll choose one person to roll for here closer to the end of the 7 o'clock hour.
We have a meeting at 11:30 and 12:30 today, right? 11:30 is with the consultant guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then 12:30 is about the concert. Isn't there one with?
I never officially got a thing from him.
He never. No, I don't think he sent an actual invite.
I knew it was today. I thought it was...
To go over the to-do list, I suggest. Oh, Monday at 10:30? No.
I thought it was early.
Oh, you're 10:30. Oh, good. Okay. I was thinking it was after our other one. Perfect. That's even better.
Let's see. I know I have experienced deja vu at least 5 times with my stoner mind. Right? Anyway, guys, if you want to go ahead and share your stories of deja vu with us, that would be amazing. Go ahead and drop them into the chat if you can remember them. You're not a stoner like Thomas. Ooh, Gibby, thank you for sharing there, man. Definitely going to bring that one up.
All right. We got some Red Hot Chili Peppers coming up after another commercial here.
Tony, you obviously spent your weekend watching The Matrix. Glad to see you got something done over the weekend. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Over the weekend, man, I had a nice little weekend. I think Friday, I didn't do a whole lot Friday. Then Saturday, I ran out. I went to have lunch over at Southern Barrel. I went to Burnt Church Distillery. And then on Sunday, I just kind of hung out. Went to Home Depot. Essentially the Bed Bath & Beyond in my life. And then went over there and bought some stuff, planted some more stuff in our yard. And then I think that's pretty much kind of it. I mean, kind of hung out. Watched some Vikings yesterday, getting close to the end.
Nice.
And then, did some work stuff. I have 2 new videos coming out today, I think, depending on how the rest of the day goes. I'll have at least one. I have our latest smelling salt video already done.
Nice.
So that'll go up. Today. Beer for breakfast from last week with Carly is already up. some reason, my computer did not like the first time the file mixed down, so I had to do the video twice.
Okay.
So that was fun. Did it on Friday, and then I did it again on Sunday. That was fun. Tried to upload it 3 different times to YouTube. For some reason, it said it could not be processed.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then for some reason, it was, I don't know if it was corrupt or not. I don't know what happened during that whole process, but that was fun. Had to do that video twice. And then I have Chicks on Dudes coming out today as well. So
Nice.
hopefully. I mean, I had to do Chicks on Dudes. Smelling Salt's already done. I did that one last night. So all sorts of stuff on our YouTube channel. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe, hit your notifications for the Cotter and Marshall Show YouTube page, please.
All right, got about 2.5 minutes. Let you know how you can win tickets for the 20th anniversary show. We are officially 3 weeks away. Kind of crazy.
Oh, weekends exist, Charles. You just don't participate in them. Charles asked Tony, what is this weekend thing you keep talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely exist. Charles, you just choose not to participate. Every day is a Monday through Friday situation for you. Mr. Business Owner. Thomas, thanks for joining us on Twitch, buddy.
90 seconds.
Current story on TMZ, Rob Riggle, I caught my wife spying on me, claims she planted hidden camera. Ooh, his divorce is going well. Looks like hidden camera inside the smoke detector. Classic. The first place you look for a hidden camera.
Shouldn't have to look, though. That's the problem.
Here we all are on Twitch together, hanging out, guys. Isn't this great?
I got about 30 seconds. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Thanks for hanging out on air and on the stream. If you're on the stream, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Marshall, we are under 3 weeks away from the 20th anniversary show, Trustee's Garden in Savannah. Puddle of Mud, Filter, Sponge, 2 great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat. Tickets, they're on sale now.
They absolutely are at rock1061.com. And, of course, etix.com, ETIX.com. But we're giving away tickets all this week. So starting today, you can start listening with Billy, and she's going to drop some knowledge on you, a 20th anniversary question. And she's not only going to give you the question, she's going to give you the answer as well.
So basically what's going to happen is 5:05 today, Billy's going to give you that answer. And then tomorrow, around 7:35, we're going to ask the question. You answer it correctly, you get the tickets. Now, if you know the answer without, if you miss Billy giving you the answer, that's fine. No worries. But basically just cheating, giving you the answer for this trivia question.
So, quick question. Is the question about the radio station, or is it just about, like, anything in general? Because If it's math associated, I will definitely forget whatever she says.
It's 20th anniversary related, so it can either be about the station or about the show.
Oh, so it could have a number in it.
There could be a number involved, but it's not like we're going to ask you to do math.
Really?
To figure this out. No. We're going to keep things nice. And
Okay.
we're giving you the answer to the question.
Right.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm going to have to write it down.
That's fine. That's completely fine. So listen up again this afternoon, 5:05. Billy's going to give you the answer to the question that we're going to ask tomorrow morning at around 7:35 for your chance to score tickets for the 20th anniversary show. It's the kickoff to a great concert season of 2021 here in the Low Country and Coastal Empire. All right, coming up after 7 o'clock, going to take your calls, comments, and texts. 800-394-1061. What's your weirdest case of deja vu?
Have you experienced deja vu before?
I have, and I kind of had a recurring deja vu kind of weird thing that I'll get into after 7. So you can share your comment now. Hit us up with a text. Give us a call. 800-394-1061. What's your weirdest case of deja vu? We got your stories after 7. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Thanks for joining us this morning, guys, on the live stream. Feel free to drop in your stories about deja vu. We're going to share them here at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Thanks, Thomas, Charles, and Gibby for sharing your stories. Got those all saved. Going to share them here once we hit the top of the 7 o'clock hour and start that bit. Inside the 7 o'clock hour as well, we're going to do Big Money Monday. If you want to have a chance for yourself to win a $50 Visa gift card, all you got to do is text in your first name and a number between 1 and 9. You only get to choose one number. You can't choose them all. We've had that happen before.
We have.
But feel free to go ahead and text us at 1-800-394-1061.
All right. Yep, getting some text in, so that's good. It's been a while since we've given away our boss's money, so
I mean, at this point, it's been a month, right?
I think,
Yeah,
at
it's been
least.
something to the effect of a month now where you haven't given away anything.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, me neither.
So hopefully that will change this morning.
After the show today, I've got to change out 30 to 40% of our friend Hefe, the New Music Beta Fish's water.
Okay.
Looks like he is experiencing some sort of fin rot, which is common.
Okay.
So I'm going to start the process of getting our little guy into better health. It's been kind of lacking into changing his water, so we need to change that out. I just realized Marshall reminds me of Sigourney Weaver's character in Galaxy Quest. Look, I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it, okay? Oh, you say the nicest things about me on a Monday morning, Tony. What position would Cotter hold? Which character would he be? Better question. It's been a while since I watched Galaxy Quest. Let me see the character lineup.
I don't think I've seen the whole movie.
It is beloved.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, but yeah, I don't think if I've seen it, it's been a very long time.
Let's see. She thinks you would be Guy Flegman. That's the Sam Rockwell character.
Okay. I don't know what that means, so I'll just say yes.
I think he's a Mathazar. It's like the name. It has been a minute since. Oh, Rainn Wilson was in Galaxy Quest. It has been a long time since I've seen that show or seen that movie. Real long time.
All right. Let's see. We've got all kinds of time before we do anything next.
Mm-hmm. You all right? Did you have enough sleep, man?
No, that's why I slept on my floor when I came in.
I think I gave you a prime directive last week. I go, make sure you come in nice and energized on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Whole weekend to sleep. Like, you just couldn't sleep this weekend? You didn't get enough rest?
Well, I mean, like I said, picking my kid up at midnight, interrupting sleep, doesn't help by any means.
Right?
So, because, I went to bed 9:30-ish, got up at 11:45, went and got him, came back, and took a minute before I got back to bed, fell back asleep. So that didn't help at all. So.
Have you seen all the 80s festival in Pigeon Forge? Although Tony Shalhoub makes that movie for me. I don't know. I have not seen that. Let me check it out. Oh, thanks for sharing the link. There we go. Monsters on the Mountain. What a show. Obviously, Iron Maiden's playing this.
Let's see. Vince Neil, Night Ranger, Kicks, Kingdom Come, John Corabi. So you think Corabi and Vince Neil kind of like, duet a little bit there on the same day?
Yeah, being that they're on the same day?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Tesla, Winger.
Corabi's on the first 2 days.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is Kip Winger still in a winger? And if so, what the hell happened to Kip Winger? Ugh. Pat Travers. Oh, shoot. Firehouse.
Never heard of Rhino Bucket.
No idea who Rhino Bucket is. Yeah, Krabi is playing both nights.
What a show that Monsters on the Mountain is. I have not heard of this festival, Dave. Thanks for pointing it out to us, though.
Slaughter. Nice.
Single day is $150. 3-day pass is $265. Don't know if it's quite worth that.
That's a little steep, if you ask me. I'm just gonna say it.
Wait, I saw a picture of Iron Maiden.
I don't see Iron Maiden.
I swear to God, I saw it on the front page.
Oh, they might have. It's like, let's make you think that's happening.
Oh, maybe it was just Vince Neil. I just saw the fire and I just automatically thought it was Iron Maiden.
I mean, it's fun. I don't think I'd pay $150 for a day, but it's fun.
If I just happen to be there over the weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
Charles Taylor says, impressive news. Jean-Claude Van Damme has a B movie coming out on Netflix. The Last Mercenary, a B movie?
B-level movie.
Guess you don't mean that. Last Mercenary, not sure it'll be award winning. No, not B. I honestly didn't think Jean-Claude was really working at this moment.
He
Jean-Claude.
did a short-lived TV series where he kind of played a version of himself-ish.
Well, I know he did a movie
It was supposed to be good.
that he played himself in, but yeah, I not super familiar with Jean-Claude's work, unfortunately. I'm not a Van Damme fan.
Bloodsport, still an all-time classic. The first Kickboxer was great. Where they, basically did the bare knuckle fighting, and they like glued glass to so they wrapped their hands in just the cloth and glued it up and put like glass on it and then beat the crap out of each other. Yeah, if you haven't seen Bloodsport and Kickboxer,
I don't think I've seen honestly either of those films.
Bloodsport is, stupid, but it's so much fun.
So is that the one Jean-Claude's known for? Is that
Bloodsport and Kickboxer? Those would be the two.
Well, I only had to watch one.
I would go Bloodsport.
Okay.
That's just me. Bloodsport was his first one. Both of them are the same concept. They are fighting. He fights people. That's just, was his thing.
What up, Sean?
What's going up, Sean? Best of the Best. He wasn't in that one, though, I don't think. Bloodsport, dude. Bloodsport. I love that movie.
Bloodsport, 40% on the tomato meter, 74 on the audience score.
Yeah. Oh, the acting's horrible. This was his first movie. And he's not like a great actor now anyway, but it's got Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
I think they both came out in 1989.
Both movies came out the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
36%, 64. Okay, Bloodsport's technically the superior film when it comes to Jean-Claude movies. Bloodsport 88, Kickboxer 89. He had to go. He had a 2-year run.
Yeah, he had all kinds of movies that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, because he had there was a time cop, or he's a time travel movie. I think there was a movie where he played twins, or he played two different characters. So there were, and it's like he had a sweet mullet in one of those movies.
Okay,
so he had a nice little run there.
For some of our out-of-state Horde members, I've got some packages going out this week that I'm sending you guys with some gifts and stuff. Sean, you're a part of that, and I think I have one. Yeah, I've got one going out to Kelly and Andrew as well. Appreciate your support. I got some of the rest of you guys some stuff too. Not everyone, the ones who kind of hang out with us every morning. But we're going to get everyone shirts. Hopefully here in the near future, we'll have some opportunities to get those #asshole shirts done. Here in the next few weeks, we had to work on getting some of our show shirts done. Speaking of, I think we have our staff shirts coming in this week.
Oh, nice.
Which is very exciting. I think by the end of the week, we'll have those.
That's cool. Excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, atop the 7 o'clock hour, what's your weirdest case of deja vu? I had a repeating one in high school that led to, I don't know, phobia, but it led to an ongoing fear that I no longer have anymore. But back in high school, I don't know, it was very weird.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what that is.
Once again, guys, we're going to start up here. What is your weirdest case of deja vu? Excuse me. Feel free to drop that into the chat.
Oh, Double Impact. Thank you, Charles. That's the one where he plays, I think, the two characters, right? Then, of course, there's Street Fighter, which all kinds of cheese in that movie, but I enjoyed it.
I went and saw Street Fighter in the movie theater.
I did too. Yeah. But yeah, cheesy movie. It's definitely not good, but I don't know. I liked it. Raul Julia is just an amazing actor and can make even the crappiest of movies wonderful. R.I.P. to Raul Julia.
Raul Julia died in the late 90s, right?
That was
early
Street Fighter.
2000s?
Street Fighter was like his last movie.
Was it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he was sick as they were filming it.
Okay.
All right, we still have like 4 minutes.
Okay.
So, like I said, all kinds of time. Oh, I did drink Mexican cake over the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Not the best year, but it wasn't bad by any means. A little bit of the heat was there a little bit. But so it was good. I enjoyed it. But definitely not the best of the Mexican cake years. I will be going back for more. It was good enough for more.
Okay. Yeah, I got a message over the weekend from our good friend Jeremy over at MF Hot Sauce. He said that he has something that he's working on for us.
Oh.
He didn't really tell me what it was, but we'll be finding out, I guess, here in the next few days and weeks. But our good buddy Jeremy, who owns MF Hot Sauce, who did the Torture Blues Day hot sauce for us, he's apparently working on something. And he actually sent me a picture of a peach ghost pepper plant, which I've never even heard of before.
No.
But I don't know if that's associated with it or not, but he just sent me, he's like, dude, check this out. I'm like, oh, wow.
Nice.
Does it help ratings to have both platforms going at once? Hell, I even have the radio on just for the volume down. We appreciate that. No, I mean, like, our video stuff is not associated with our Nielsen ratings that we get. So I wish it was.
Yeah.
Freaking wish, brah. But it's not. Yeah, it's two different things. Nielsen does like a diary thing where you have to fill out like a big book on what you listen to. This is, the video stuff we just do on the side just so we could be multi-platformed and do something a little different, get more eyes on the show just overall. My employees are enjoying the sauce. Excellent. Yeah, I haven't actually had an opportunity to make like a breakfast burrito, but I threw some on some eggs the other day, and it was just delicious.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it. All right, got about 3 minutes. We're going to dive into Deja Vu.
Once again, if you guys have stories to throw in there in regards to what's the weirdest case of deja vu that you've had, feel free to drop them into the stream. Got some already to chime in about. How do you want to work this break?
I was going to go over the short little, details, story type thing we have.
Okay.
And then I can tell mine.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be the easiest. How many do we have?
I've got 3.
Okay.
I've got 3 over here that I can talk about.
If we just want to do the story and mine, and then we could hold on to those 3 since
Okay.
we don't have a whole lot. Do you have one, or is?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay, cool. Then we can come back and, hit up those and yours.
Ooh, one of them put on a taco bowl the other day. It smelled wonderful. Nice.
I like that.
Ooh, I had so I went to Southern Barrel this past weekend for lunch on Saturday over in Bluffton. They had it was so funny because on the drive over, I asked my wife, I'm like, "What do you want to do for dinner tonight?" She's like, "I just want to eat funnel cake." I'm like, I don't think that's going to be an option. So we go to Southern Barrel, and they have like a special, like, here's today's specials menu. One of the specials is funnel cake fries with jalapeno maple syrup and fried chicken. And it was incredible.
Nice.
It was freaking delicious. So it was so funny. So that is pretty much what I had for dinner.
Nice.
For Saturday. Marshall, what does your shirt say? It's, and the camera's inverted. Hold on, I'll show you. Oh, well, I'm not going to flip the camera, but it's the Blink-182 Miss You lyrics. If you wrote them down like the way they sounded. So, "Don't waste your time with me. I'm all ready."
We got about 45 seconds.
It's a stupid shirt. My wife bought it for me, and I think Barstool Sports put a picture of it up. But yeah, there's a bunch of shirts like this from like Blink-182, and I think REM has a couple of them too. So. Couldn't see the full shirt. Trust me, it's for the better. Don't need a full shot of me on camera.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, checking out the show today. Be sure to get that stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe. Today, we're taking your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. What's your weirdest case of deja vu? So deja vu is still, it's a weird thing. Experts and scientists, they don't know what causes it. But, obviously it's like a memory of something that you're doing, and it's almost like, well, I've done this before. I've lived this moment before. It could be a glitch in our brains when it's processing memories, a glitch in the Matrix. I think Tony said that. But pretty much everybody, or almost everybody, experiences deja vu. A recent poll found 9 out of 10 people have experienced deja vu. Only 6% said they never have, and only 4% said they're just not sure, which I find interesting.
All those people just aren't paying attention. I mean, there's definitely some people out there that I walk by. I'm like, that person has no idea what's going on. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting fact. I mean, I even had to like go look up the definition myself just to make sure. I didn't think it was something else because once again, I'm dumb. So deja vu, like you said, it's a feeling of having already experienced the present situation. So it's almost like you've already lived that moment.
Yes.
So it makes you immediately think, how many lives have I lived? And have I lived this exact sort of situation or moment before? And yeah, the whole Matrix movie kind of ruined this for us, deja vu in general, because essentially that was about deja vu in so many words.
So you can call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What's your weirdest case of deja vu? Now, I had reoccurring deja vu for a while in high school, and it led to a fear, maybe the thought that I was going to die in a car wreck.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get in a car with friends, and it was only when it was multiple people, never family or anything like that. It was always friends. But when I would get in the car, I had the deja vu feeling of, I've done this before. You know, I've gotten into this car. I've been in this situation with friends.
Sure.
And it didn't have to be the same friends. Like I said, it had to be a group. And if it was just one person and myself, never happened. If it was just me, never happened. But if it was like a group of us going somewhere, it always felt like this had happened before. And it started to weird me out. And I thought, is this a sign of something bad that's going to happen? And I mean, for a while there, I had a fear of dying in a car wreck with a group of friends in high school because of this deja vu that would reoccur. I mean, it went on for a couple years. I mean, it was like my sophomore and junior year. By my senior year, I had stopped doing it. But there was a 2-year span there. Anytime I got in a car with a group of friends, I started to get weirded out because of this deja vu I would have over and over again.
And it was just the same situation over and over. Was anything, I mean, when you were having that deja vu, did everything seem like the same almost? Or was it just the situation?
It was just the situation, because it was just like, it was never necessarily the same car. It wasn't necessarily, didn't always have to be the same group of friends, but it was just, it was always a group. It was never a family. It was never me by myself. And it just, you got in the car, and it wasn't like I was having this premonition that I was going to die.
It was like Final Destination.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was just literally, I've done this before, you know, and I had, 100 times over, but it was, a different feeling. It was that weird, eerie feeling that I had done this specific moment before. And like I said, it just got to the point where I hated going out with friends because I'm like, am I going to die? I mean, is this some weird sign telling me not to do this? It's like a warning. I mean, obviously, I'm alive and well,
right?
And it went away. But I mean, it was just weird that it happened over and over again.
So people in this study that they did, it said that people over 55 were much more likely to say it never happened at all. Deja vu. It's just because they're forgetful. That's what
Probably.
I was trying to say. Maybe that's for you. That's why you're not experiencing it anymore. You're getting to an age where you just don't even realize deja vu's even a thing anymore.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, when's the last thoughts, or when's the last time deja vu maybe even happened to you?
That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
Exactly.
It's probably been a very long time. I can't think of an incident.
It's like Disney magic. It just dies at some point inside of you. That and deja vu, same exact thing.
All right, 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. What's the weirdest case of deja vu you have ever experienced? We got your stories coming up. Here's Bring Me the Horizon and Teardrops. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Sean, I love it, man. Sean goes, it's just hitting a checkpoint, reload point in your video game. That is your life.
I had what was it? I had a short story idea about deja vu. It was deja vu. The idea of the concept of it, deja vu is actually a point in your life where you made a different decision than the one you're making now, and it's created another reality. So you had all these different realities going on at the same time, because every time it's deja vu is actually you choosing something else. Mm-hmm. And then, this time you chose and went this way, this time you went this way. Then I went, that's a lot of work. So I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's just, you just wrote Loki's new TV show. Did you watch Loki over the weekend?
I was disappointed in it.
Really? I thought it was really fun.
I want to see the next episode, but yeah, I was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I really liked Loki. I mean, much different from the other stuff they did.
Oh, 100%.
I felt like the Falcon and Winter Soldier was pretty disappointing. So it was nice to see something a little different from Disney there. Glad they didn't kill the magic. Lots of stuff to unravel in that new Loki show. Just in case you guys haven't watched it yet, make sure to check that out.
Yeah, no, there is a lot going on.
Yeah, Thomas, I'm ready for The Matrix 4 as well. I mean, did The Matrix bring back deja vu in the popular culture sense?
Maybe.
The black cat walking by all the time? I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for The Matrix 4. I think it comes out, December of this year, right?
I think so.
Morning Rhett, in case I haven't said that before. Maybe that was deja vu. I don't know. Maybe I just said it in my head. It's like essentially it's a choose your own adventure book. Yeah. All right, how do you want to work break number 2 here?
You said you had 3?
Yeah, something like that.
This probably will be the last break of this unless we get something during the commercials. So do you want to do yours and then?
Yeah, I'll do mine. And then do you have anything over there?
No.
From the chat or anything or the text line?
Nope. So, I mean, you could do yours and then read the ones that got posted.
Okay.
And then, like I said, unless we get something during the commercial, we'll have to probably move on. We can talk Torture Tuesday. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. We are taking your calls, comments, and texts today. 800-394-1061. We're talking deja vu. What's your weirdest case of deja vu? Nobody really knows what it is, but most people experience it. In fact, 9 out of 10 people have claimed to experience deja vu before. Only 6% said they never have, and 4% weren't sure. I find that interesting. I didn't think it would be that many people who actually experienced deja vu.
I thought this amount of people would probably experience it. It's the people that haven't experienced that kind of creep me out. they're not part of the big cloud of deja vu-ness that's kind of floating around out there. So yeah, I mean, I've had a couple ones. Obviously, every single morning I come in here, it's deja vu.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours a day. Here I am again. Have I lived this life before? I think I have. But I had a dream so consistent that, and it's in a specific place in my backyard growing up where I was like, I thought it was deja vu, at least growing up. So as a young man, I was a paper boy from the ages of 10 until 17. That was just my morning job. That was on top of the other jobs I got as like a dishwasher, like at the local restaurant when I was 14. I'm pretty sure that was illegal. Detasseling corn, working all these other jobs. But I had a dream where I murdered someone.
What?
And then buried them by my shed in my backyard. And it was like so consistent where I get like a flash of it, like in the shed in my backyard, we keep our like bicycles and we keep like other stuff. Where sometimes in the morning where I walk by it and I would grab my bicycle to go run my paper out, I would get like a flash of like murdering someone and then burying them like right at like the very doorway of my shed.
Lord.
Yeah, so I had that weird deja vu kind of growing up. I mean, I haven't obviously had that in a very long time. I moved away almost 20 years ago, 15 years ago at this point. But yeah, it was a weird flash. Obviously, I didn't murder anyone, and if I did, kudos to me because I had that deja vu probably when I was younger, like 10 to 12 years old. So if a 12-year-old boy could kill someone and then bury them and then get away with it, like. Actually, I should get a pat on the back.
Yeah, that's
as a young murderer.
something really to be proud of there, man. Really to be proud of.
Hey, you know what? I lived at Deer Creek, Illinois, man. I didn't have a lot to pat myself on the back with. Not a whole lot to do there.
Fair enough.
But yeah, people on the chat actually dropped in their stories of deja vu. Charles, this one's super disturbing. He says, I have deja vu every day. It's like I own my own business and stresses me out. And I start the day having a good workout and I'm in a good mood till my texts start blowing up in the middle of my workout. And then I want to eat nails and smash something. That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. That's something I wouldn't want to wish upon my my greatest enemy there. Thomas actually chimed in with some deja vu as well. He goes, I know I've experienced deja vu at least 5 times, but my stoner mind doesn't remember anything about what it was about. It's probably for the best.
Yeah,
maybe.
no, it's probably
yeah,
true.
because it would just freak you out, especially if, oh gosh, could you imagine if you were stoned and then you got some deja vu and we're like really like, you're sinking into the couch and then you like really can't move because you're extra freaked out,
right.
Paranoid. That would be really bad. Gibby actually chimed in one. This one truly is terrifying. He says, my biggest deja vu moment was when I talked to my wife about wanting to take a job overseas. I had a dream about said conversation weeks prior to receiving the phone calls and emails about the job opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Some weird foresight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So in regards to his life. And then Sean just has a great definition of deja vu that he put on the chat where he said, I'm just hitting a checkpoint in the video game that is your life. Or it's just hitting a checkpoint in the game that is your life. So yeah, deja vu is a crazy, crazy thing. And then, yeah, it could take over your life and give you some weird fears.
Yep.
It could also make you think that you're a murderer. So yeah, deja vu. Wild.
You can continue to comment and text 800-394-1061 with your weirdest cases of deja vu. Coming up next, we got to talk Torture Tuesday. It's back tomorrow. It's the last of the, I guess, summer season of Torture Tuesday. So we'll let you know what's going down coming up. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
As you're possibly part of the police force, Rhett, I cannot confirm that my name is John Marshall or John Wayne Gacy. No, I just had this weird dream. Like, seriously, I don't remember, like, it's not like the murder I remembered of the deja vu. It was like the deja vu of, like, walking over the dead body.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I was like, I would get, like, this weird deja vu feeling of, like, oh, yeah, you murdered someone and then buried them by your shed in your backyard. Once again, probably the worst murderer of all time if I did that, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't...
So if I killed them on site, or even if I didn't, why would I bring them home to bury them? It wasn't me. I just said, maybe I just be a really bad murderer. That's what my deja vu was telling me. It's like, hey, future Marshall, don't murder anyone. You be a terrible murderer. And to this day, I think my record still stands at 0. Big goose egg. I think. I don't know.
Are we both doing this Torture Tuesday? I do want to do that.
I thought I just was.
That's fine. We had kind of discussed it and wasn't sure 100%. That is cool with me.
Haven't been caught yet. Yep, that's right. 38 years undefeated, bro.
Undefeated.
Cops haven't caught me yet. Take that, Kappa. So yesterday we got some rain in the late evening.
Yeah.
And I felt like there was a sign. Not really. It definitely wasn't a case of deja vu, but I took it as a positive sign for the week. I had like all of a sudden, I was in my backyard with my wife and we were looking around. We bought this like big, I don't know, big, as tall as me. It was like a banana it's banana leaf plant.
Okay.
So we bought this plant from Home Depot. We planted it. It was a little insecure, so we bought like a bracing rod and kind of tied it to it so it wouldn't fall over in, the rainstorm or anything. And I look up and like we had a bunch of dragonflies in our yard. I'm like, well, that's kind of crazy. I mean, there was like 3 dozen dragonflies eating all these gnats because those gnats like form clouds, so they're just going crazy on it. And then I look up from the dragonflies. I don't see a double rainbow, but it's a single rainbow. I saw a rainbow yesterday. So you know what? I was like, between the dragonflies and the rainbow, I feel like this is good vibes going into the next week. So I'm good vibing into June 14th, the week of. I feel good about this week, guys. obviously, loads of positive vibes coming our way. Tomorrow is, if you love video games, actually today, if you love video games, the dudes from Grand Theft Auto, Take-Two Interactive, they're doing their presentation today.
Oh, nice.
So there's obviously talks about expansions from Red Dead coming out.
Okay.
And then eventually they're going to have to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. They're making it. It's just been like 10 years since the last one.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
So, yeah, so I don't know about that, but there's a possibility of that. That happens at like 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay.
Tomorrow at noon, Nintendo is doing their Nintendo Direct, so they're going to show off a bunch of games. There, you said it's going to be about a 40-minute presentation. Xbox yesterday did their presentation, and boy, I mean, it must be exciting to be an Xbox owner because they released a ton of stuff that they're going to be doing. And then PlayStation is not part of E3 this year, but I guess next month they are going to do a big presentation of a bunch of their stuff. So it's definitely a good time to be a video game fan with next-gen consoles coming out.
Yeah.
Rhett goes, don't mind me. Just making a call to Illinois State Police. Yo, check that dude's backyard. Tony, still can't get an Xbox or PS5. If you're honestly looking for one, Tony, let me know. I still get reminders all the time when that stuff is popping up.
All right, we got about 3 minutes. That includes the new Volbeat, which is 2 minutes of that.
New Volbeat's good, man.
I like it. I get it. Some people aren't going to dig the sax and piano, but I like it. The song is called Wait a Minute, My Girl. That's coming up next. After that, we'll talk Torture Tuesday.
Rhett, I am actively looking for a PS5. Are you guys looking for the digital edition or the disc edition? And more importantly, if I get one for you, are you willing to pay me immediately back? But there's a bunch of Twitter accounts that I follow that the moment things even come, the moment these things become available, I can either point you out to them or I can help you actually get one. But yeah, these Twitter accounts, I don't know how they do it, man, but they have like stuff lined up. The moment they go up, they tweet out. And if you have your notifications on, you should be able to get one. Actually, the hardest place to get one is actually the PlayStation Store, oddly enough.
Really?
You think you'd be like, oh, the PlayStation Store has tons of PS5s whenever they put them on sale. They don't. Not only that, they'll put you in like a digital queue and you got to sit there for 45 minutes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll pass on that 100% of the time. Son and husband play different platforms. Disc will give money immediately. Still to say if I want to know. It's honestly, I mean, the PS5 has had a couple great games come out like within the first few months. Demon's Souls is incredible. I played that one. Miles Morales, which is actually cross-platform. That was a PlayStation 4 game. But Sackboy is a really fun one. It's more like kind of your like a Mario 64 type game, kind of like a 3D kind of platformy kind of thing. That's super fun. Been playing that with my wife over the last few weeks. Oh, Bob, you got yours actually from PlayStation. Good for you, man. Yeah, it's so difficult. Yeah, and then like everyone wants the physical disc one just because, you know, you want to be able to trade games and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, the digital one, like, I don't even know why those things exist. Like, stop making those. Maybe that's just the old school gamer in me. I'm like, I want the physical edition ones.
All right, we got about 25 seconds. Talking Torture Tuesday. We'll be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Tomorrow, Torture Tuesday is back, and it's the final Torture Tuesday of the spring summer edition. It will be back in the fall. We only do Torture Tuesday, I guess just, during the spring and fall months. It's gives our body a break.
From having to eat aggressively hot stuff or whatever dumb things we decide to do, like shock ourselves or brush our teeth with gross stuff. Yeah.
So tomorrow we're actually going to have a special guest in studio. Cam is going to be in studio because we need somebody to mix up a crap cocktail. I mean, not literally crap, but it's going to be a disgusting cocktail. So we've got a bar in my office that's got all kinds of booze. So we're going to grab some of that. We're going to bring in some really disgusting mixers.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Cam on Saturday. And he goes, I'm working this weekend. He works down at
Savannah Tap House.
Thank you. And he goes, bar mat? I'm like, yeah, do it. So the bar mat is just everything that kind of falls out of the beers and cocktails soaks in that mat. So he was going to save that from Saturday.
Okay.
And bring it in on Tuesday. So that's going to be nice and funky.
It's just going to be a weird brown cocktail of terribleness. So, yeah, I'm going to be facing Torture Tuesday tomorrow for the last Torture Tuesday until September.
Yeah.
We're taking a little break. We have some new bits that we're going to start doing in the place of that over the summer months. But here we go. What do we call it? Is it the crap cocktail?
Crap cocktail, man.
Crap cocktail Torture Tuesday. We're going to do that tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Cam will be he'll be our mixologist.
I feel like should be making another word of that. Crapologist.
Crapologist. Yes. So we've got that coming up. So that'll be tomorrow, like Marshall said, at 8 o'clock with the return of Torture Tuesday, the final for the spring-summer season. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk Big Money Monday. You still have time to enter, your chance to win. Also, how much would it cost to become Batman? And we have a list. Somebody actually broke this down, and this is more of a realistic take on it. So it's not full-on billionaire Bruce Wayne Batman. This is like if you could do this on your own, how much would it cost? And it's still stupid expensive. We've got that coming up next along with Big Money Monday. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Here's Bush and Come Down, Rock 106.1.
Being Batman is so unforgiving. It seems like a really waste of money.
It really does.
Batman.
It really does.
Brett says Halo is a drop-in with a battle royale, so PS5 it is. Damn. A harsh take. All right, guys, we're back here in about 3.5 minutes, as Cotter said. Going to break down how much it would cost to be Batman. Obviously, it's Big Money Monday as well, so we're going to be running around doing some Big Money Monday stuff here in just a bit to make sure that you text in with your first name and then a number between 1 and 9 for your chance to be the one that we roll for, this morning. Morning, Greg. How are you, buddy? Oh, Greg, running. Did you run this weekend? Get some running in?
I did. I ran. It was just a couple miles. Couldn't do 3. But I did get a couple in. So, 10-ish minutes, about the same thing. But felt good. Felt decent.
Now, you told me at the beginning that you want to be held accountable. That's why I'm bringing it up so much.
No, I appreciate it.
Do you want me to keep bringing up running?
Yeah.
Or should I let it go?
No, you can keep bringing it up.
Okay. Morning, A-Dub. How are you, buddy?
A-Dub, we still meeting at 10:30. Is that still a thing? Just making sure.
Oh, so over the weekend, too, I put together... I did work some. Who would have thought? I put together the writers. I put together like a master list for the writers.
Okay.
So Sponge has the smallest writer list, and it's super easy.
Yeah,
they've got the easiest. Filters has the funniest writer list.
Okay, nice.
They got a couple zingers in their writer list. Puddle of Mud is all business.
Really?
No fun at all for their writer list. It's just all certain things. Yeah. It's all like, oh, I just need this. I just need this. I just need this. Filter's very first line says, we need enough ice for an ice distribution company.
Oh, jeez.
To start an ice distribution company. So very funny.
That's good. I like that.
Bar mat shoey. Chat, help me out with this. What is, Brez, explain whatever that is. What's a shoey? Am I just old? Don't understand that word?
No idea what that is.
Cotter, there is a Pints to Pavement Wednesday. Molly's in Pooler this time.
I got bingo on Wednesdays, unfortunately.
Finally got to check out Debilation. Was awesome. Took one of my employees there after work on Friday. Got to try the pickle beer.
Oh, nice.
How'd you like the pickle beer, Andrew? Sorry, I missed that comment. Greg goes, I only ran Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, I saw it. I just chose to ignore it.
A shoey is a legendary drink where you pour your drink into your shoe and then drink it.
I've done that.
Oh. No, I'm not doing that.
I drank it out of your disgusting cleat.
Yeah. Well, you drank prune juice.
Well, yeah, I know.
It wasn't a wonderful crap drink.
No, well, it wasn't good.
It was delicious. What was it? It was the pickle and garlic beer. Is that what it was?
Yeah, spicy. Yeah, I wish it was sour or a little bit more sour. And Dave said that's gonna when they do the next version of it, it's gonna be a little bit more sour. But
was that an ale that you drank?
I guess
considered an ale or whatever.
Know. It was good. I definitely liked it. It was good, but I would like to try it a little bit more sour. All right, guys, be right back. It is Big Money Monday on the Cotter and Marshall Show. So coming up here in just moments, your chance to win a $50 gift card. But if you haven't entered, you still got time.
That's right. You can actually text us right now, 1-800-394-1061, with your first name and a number between 1 and 9. We'll randomly choose one of you who texts in to roll for on this beautiful, high-tech $16 Amazon bingo machine that we bought back a few months ago.
All right, so Big Money Monday. Give us a text now, 800-394-1061. Now, Batman, you look at the whole setup there, and obviously Bruce Wayne's a billionaire multiple times over. That's how he's able to afford the Batman lifestyle. But if you were actually going to become Batman, how much would it cost? Now, this is not full-on Batcave Batman. This is kind of taking a look at about as realistic as you can if you want to become Batman. Now, according to this website that broke this down, it would cost you $785,000 to become Batman.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all, but still pretty pricey. And this doesn't come with, like I said, all of the cool, maybe unrealistic, bells and whistles you get when you check out Batman on the comics and the movies. First, for starters, $75,000, 1 year of elite martial arts training.
That's all you need, just the 1 year?
I
guess that's what Batman had, I guess.
Yeah, he did his training differently. But, you got to be able to kick a little butt if you're Batman.
Well, and that makes sense. But the thing that actually costs the most on this list, Cotter, that kind of blows my mind, you would think something else, like the vehicle, like the Batmobile,
sure,
because it's sick. You're like, oh, dude, it's got like armor plated and everything. No, it's actually the bat suit. An advanced Kevlar armor bat suit, $300,000.
Well, the Kevlar, so you got to make it bulletproof, and then you're gonna have to have somebody design it. This is a one of a kind design because you have to make it. You're the Batman, so you got to make it look like a Batman suit. So I get that. That seems like it'd be a little pricey.
Yeah, and then the other biggest price thing here. Full-time butler. Wait, so does that include like insurance for the butler too? Like, is that health coverage?
Impossible. $263,000 for a butler.
If I was going to be the butler for Batman, I would dude, I need full coverage. The full, you cover everything ever that ever happens to me because, there could be an attack on Wayne Manor. I could be put in danger.
No, you're most definitely going to be put in danger. You're working for Batman.
Plus long hours.
Oh, yeah.
He works at night.
No, there are. Oh, yeah. You really. Yeah. You're always on the clock.
Yeah, and then I got to wash your underwear too, Batman. Dude, this sucks. This job kind of sucks, but I get why you have to pay him $263,000.
Some of the other things on this list: the Kevlar utility harness is $340. Cape with hang glider potential.
Potential.
I mean, I don't know. They're like, we don't know. We're not sure this is going to work. Not promising anything. That's $3,400 for the cape with the glider potential.
Wait, that's not built into the Kevlar suit cost?
It's a separate item.
This is ridiculous.
Now, Bat vehicle. So once again, you couldn't go over the top with some of this stuff. So this isn't your typical Batmobile or Batman tumbler like we got with some of the Christopher Nolan movies. So they just said, look, a Humvee. We'll just say your Batmobile's a Humvee, so $140,000. Graphite or a custom helmet, once again, doesn't include in the suit, $250.
It's not bad.
I was going to say, I mean, you're protecting your noggin there, man. That's your brain. Don't you think you want to spend a little bit more than $250?
Yeah, and then Bruce Wayne actually had to order, at least in the Batman Begins film, he had to order 10,000 of them not to seem weird. Like he was just going to sell them. So, I mean, like
right.
What a crazy cost. That's $250,000.
Sound amplifier for bat ears, $30. That's the best deal on this list.
Yeah, you just go to Radio Shack.
10 boomerangs, 5 riot grenades, about $1,200, and 20 cans of black spray paint, $120.
They forgot the eye black. Oh yeah, it's not really in the movies at all, but I mean, he eye blacks his eyes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, this obviously doesn't count Wayne Manor or the Batcave. That takes this to a whole another level. Then it's just, totally irresponsible. I mean, then it's just totally crazy if you throw that stuff in.
Yeah, the Wayne Manor, dude. The Wayne Manor in this story is 42,000 square feet. Where does that house even exist?
I don't know. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I live in a house that's like 1,500 square feet.
Now, does that include the Batcave with those dimensions, or is the Batcave a separate element?
It's off the books.
That's true.
Yeah, that's not even in there.
This is stupid. All right, coming up next, Big Money Monday. If you want to play and you want to win, text us now, 800-394-1061. Just need your first name and a number 1 through 9. You could score $50. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Charles makes a good point. Plus, you have to pay for entertainment for Alfred because he's never going to leave Wayne Manor.
He can't.
That's why your Alfred has to be like 60 plus at all times.
Yeah.
Morning, Wanda. Thanks for joining in.
Dang. All kinds of Big Money Monday today.
So I just had our buddy Dennis. He was a part of the Team Marshall axe throwing team.
Mm-hmm.
He just shot me a quick text. They are going to be, so Brad Tatum, our buddy who passed away last week, they are having a party at Molly's in Pooler. I don't have the date in front of me.
I think it's the 24th. That's what I first got messaged about last week. Double check that, though.
Morning, Juana. In case you missed it, Marshall was a murderer when he was a child. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, maybe?
Where is that at?
Ooh, the Biltmore in Asheville. Yeah, could possibly be Wayne Manor. Good point.
Oh, she sent me a link. All right, I didn't see that. It is June 24th, Halloween party in honor of Brad.
Oh, yep. So June 24th at 6 p.m. So our friend Brad, a.k.a. Cowboy, just a legend in the Savannah area, owner of 5 Point Productions. He passed away this past week. They are doing a party in celebration of Brad. This is going to happen on June 24th at 6 p.m. at Molly's in Pooler. They're going to actually host a Halloween party in celebration of Brad. All bartender tips made that evening will be donated to Brad's family. They'll also host a raffle, and all donations will also be going to the family to help show some support to the man we all knew and loved. So we'll definitely share that this week so you guys can see the info just in case you guys want to come out and support or even share on your social media. I'm sure they would appreciate that as well. But June 24th at Molly's in Pooler, Cowboy will be having a send-off party with friends and family.
And they're doing a Halloween party because it was his favorite holiday. So that's the reasoning behind the Halloween party in June.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Plenty of people throwing in their name and number for Big Money Monday. You still have time to do so. If you haven't done so already, just drop us a text, 800-394-1061. Your name and your first name and a number 1 to 9. Coming up after 8 o'clock, going to talk 90s movies. We'll power rank our favorites. We'll get to trivia. We got more details about Torture Tuesday, and, of course, get to the drunk line after 9 o'clock. So still plenty to get to this morning. Cool. Thank you, A-Dub. I saw your response there. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure we are good to go. All right, so back at it here on a Monday. It was a weird weekend, man. This last week was just just seems so much going on. It's just like I had something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, thankfully, I didn't have a whole lot of anything, but then the weekend was just stupid busy. I don't feel like I got caught up on anything, which is unfortunate. I need another weekend just to rest from my weekend. And then this week's going to be busy. Getting ready for some time off next week. I'll be out Tuesday through Friday, so we'll just not have a live show Tuesday through Friday. We'll be in studio Monday, and then the rest of the time it'll be a best of. We won't be streaming those days. All right, so Godsmack Straight Out of Line is coming up after this commercial here. After that, we'll get into Big Money Monday, your chance to win that $50 gift card. Excuse me. You still have time to enter if you'd like. And then, like I said, once we get into the 8 o'clock hour, I found a list of the best 90s movies. I agree with most of the list. Not all, but most. Then we're going to power rank our favorite movies from the 90s. Pretty happy with my list. Feel it's solid. Then we'll get into Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brought to you by it's Savannah Bar Crawl. There we go. All right, got about 3 minutes. All right.
There's Gibby. What's up, man? Who are we rolling for? Have you chosen yet?
I haven't. Let's see. All right. All right, just under 2 minutes.
So the great thing about having dual meetings back to back is we had to ditch the first meeting early if we need to.
That's true.
So hope our boss isn't watching. But yeah, we have a meeting at 11:30. We can't miss.
No.
Or 11. What time? It's 11, right?
It's 11:30.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't think I'm assuming we'll get through all of the first meeting. Would be my guess. Yeah, 11:30. It's our first meeting with the talent consultant guy. So, hopefully we don't leave that feeling like complete ass because he hates the show or something.
Well, I just hope he's better than any sort of last consultant that we talked to who literally didn't know who our morning show was.
Multiple occasions. Still amazing.
Who's your morning show again? Us. Who?
Still.
We pay you? Sean went camping this weekend, Wanda. It was amazing. It had to have amazing to have AC. The camper butted up right to a river. It was great. Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's cool.
All right, all set for Big Money Monday.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. If you haven't checked out the stream, do it. Join the Horde on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. There you can like, follow, and subscribe so you always know what we're up to. Right now, we're up to, hopefully, giving away a $50 Visa gift card with Big Money Monday.
Quick thing real here. We were just talking about Batman and the costs it would take to be Batman.
Yeah.
How about insurance? That's not even... Like, Batman gets hurt all the time. When you first become Batman, you're constantly hurt. I know Alfred's got some medical training, but what if you, blow out your ACL? Is that covered in the startup costs? I don't think so.
I'm guessing you can't have insurance as Batman because nobody's going to insure you.
You just need a doctor girlfriend.
Yes. No, I mean, they're going to be like, wait a second. What's going on over here?
I was playing pickleball and blew out my MCL. Need a little help over here.
I don't think that'd work. I really don't.
Probably not.
All right. We chose Rhett today for Big Money Monday.
All right, Rhett's a big watcher on the stream. He chimed in. He texted in, which you guys could have done as well. If you wanted us to choose you, it would have been very simple. 1-800-394-1061. Just make sure to text us over the weekend or at any point during the week. We randomly choose one person, and today it's Rhett. Rhett is choosing the number 4. All right. Once again, playing Big Money Monday. It's where we give away our boss's money. $50. I literally take his credit card. I go across the street to Kroger, and I just buy a $50 gift card every time we hand this out. So, fingers crossed.
We're here for you.
We haven't given away Big Money Monday in almost a month.
Yeah.
And there's a celebration song and dance that we usually do. I forgot it at this point.
It's been a long, it's been a really long time.
Let's go ahead. Let's see if Rhett's going to win himself some Big Money Monday. All right, here we go.
Looking for anything with the number 4 involved?
The drought continues. A 10. A 10, guys.
Rats.
And Cotter doesn't let us do, go backsies.
No,
he doesn't let us.
We can't. There's rules we must live by.
Sorry, Rhett.
Sorry, man. All right. Next chance to win will be next Monday. You can text us in your number starting over the weekend. Coming up after 8 o'clock, got a list of the best 90s movies. Going to run down this list, and then we're going to power rank our favorite movies from the 90s. This was hard. I had such a hard time doing this, but I think I like my list that I ended up with, so I'm happy with it. All right, coming up after 8 o'clock, we're talking 90s movies. What are your favorites? Feel free to text in or comment on the chat, 800-394-1061. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Sorry, Rhett. Sorry, bro. The bingo machine was not in your favor today. It hasn't been in anyone's favor for the last month.
No, not at all.
Or eventually, we're gonna break this terrible streak. I felt positive vibes coming in this week. I'm not going to let that deter me, though. I'm still got positive vibes for the week, although I may be a murderer. Heads up. A-Dub says, Rhett, sorry, man. I'll get you a beer at the show.
There you go.
You got to come to the show now, Rhett. Sorry, man. I mean, to start off really being Batman, I think you would probably need closer to like, especially if you want the Batcave and the manor and everything. I mean, $100 million
at least. I mean, yeah, if you're going the full 9 to where you've got the Batcave, you've got the Bat boat and everything. I mean, yeah, you're going to need so much stupid money.
You're going to need like essentially a mini hospital built into your Batcave Wayne Manor. Yeah. You're going to come home with all sorts of injuries.
Yes,
because you're kicking ass so much.
I mean, I'm just, how does he find somebody to make all this stuff and they don't say anything? That's still like the biggest, implausibility part about being Batman. Because, I mean, you're not making the Batmobile by yourself. You got somebody doing that for you. You don't have time for that.
You got Lucius Fox. We learned that.
But, I mean, that has got to be one of the greatest non-disclosure agreements ever. Because, I mean, he's just down at the bar. Doing a little drinking, and he slips up. Yeah, I make the Batmobile. Yeah, that was great. I mean,
Batman's a recluse. I don't think he's sitting at the bar.
No, I'm talking not him. I'm talking the guy who makes the stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because, that's a stressful gig. He's going to be slamming some beers.
That's a stressful gig. Yeah. I agree there. So next up, guys, we're going to be breaking down this list. So a magazine called Paste has released a top 10 list, or actually it was like a top 100 list, 90, of the best movies from the 90s. I already know what you're going to have in your top 3, at least one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to put Clerks in there. I know for sure.
Yeah, maybe.
So I avoided Clerks for sure on my list, but I've got some bangers on my list.
Yeah, I'm happy with mine. And it's like I could have gone in so many different directions, but I'm happy with how it turned out. So.
Oh, Rhett's not going to be able to make it to the show. Boo. Boo this man.
Bummer.
Boo this man. Maybe I did murder someone. Boo to you. Rhett says, I have to take a rain check for the beer A-Dub. I have a Florida trip planned for the 4th with the kiddos. I mean, could you imagine? Holiday and those theme parks. Kudos. You know what? You're the real hero.
Yeah, you are.
Taking your children to the happiest place on earth at probably the busiest weekend ever. Kudos.
Yeah, we're doing 2 days in Universal next week. That's it. Not Disney, not SeaWorld, nothing else. We've never been to Universal, though, so we'll see. I'm excited about it.
A-Dub goes, I say it's not the happiest place on earth. As an adult, you would say that. As a kid, you would probably love it.
I still love Disney. Everybody can kiss my ass. I don't care. It's been way too long since we've been.
I went to Epcot. And I liked it, but I didn't love it. I wouldn't say I loved it.
And they've changed Epcot a lot over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But Epcot is still one of my favorites. I love the worlds. I love hitting up like the pub, drinking at the pub.
Mm-hmm.
The food at like the sushi place in Japan is phenomenal. That place is awesome. The restaurant in the Mexico that's like in the big temple pyramid thing, that's cool. I don't know. Yeah, I still have always liked Epcot. It's still one of my favorites.
Juana says she's skipping the parks. I know I'm going to do an airboat ride. I've never done it, and damn it, it's happening next month. Good for you. Not doing all of them, just SeaWorld this year. They have a Sesame Street theme for our youngest daughter. Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Everyone should make a trip to the Kennedy Space Center. It's a blast.
Went there.
No pun intended.
Went there pre-COVID and agreed 100%. It's one of the coolest things. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did.
Is that in Orlando? Where's the Kennedy Space Center at?
I don't remember. Is
it on the coast? It's in beautiful Merritt Island, Florida.
Yeah, it is.
Of course.
But I agree. It is super cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's right there in one of those little jutting out islands.
Yeah. Because I don't remember, what did we do that year? Because we went there and we went someplace else. I don't remember where the other place we went was. But yeah, it was super neat. I mean, it's one of those places where I was like, yeah, I want to go and check it out. And it was totally worth it.
Yeah, Dennis, I looked up the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. That's apparently in Merritt Island. Watch it being one of the trivia games these days. Yeah, I may just put that question there just to mess with y'all. I missed the Hard Rock Park. It's only lasted like 7 months. It had a Led Zeppelin themed roller coaster.
I never had heard of that. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I will say the Aerosmith coaster in Hollywood Studios in Disney is fun. That's a good coaster.
I think the Hard Rock Park was actually in Myrtle Beach. Yep, Hard Rock Park in Myrtle Beach. It was a 55-acre, $400 million. Hard Rock Park was the first park themed to rock music. It offered rock-influenced attractions. Ooh, what else? It died a swift and premature death. Just like Kurt Cobain. Or was it? Courtney Love killed him.
How long was it open?
Looking that up right now. It opened in 2008.
Closed in 2009.
You were here at that point, right?
I got here in 2009.
South Carolina Park filed for bankruptcy before it reached the end of its first season. It reopened under new owners and management in 2009 as Freestyle Music Park. Unfortunately, that park closed at the end of the 2009 season and did not reopen. Many of the rides were sold to other parks, and the property has been razed.
Wow. Okay.
Why did the park fail? It suffered from bad timing. It opened in the second half of 2008, which is when we were going through a recession.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops. Yikes. So with Amazon buying MGM, did they get Hollywood Studios? It was previously named MGM Studios.
I doubt it. Which would have been kind of funny, though. We own you now. Just the one park with inside Disney.
Zoom in on Google Maps, you can see some of the rockets and stuff as long as you do the bus tour out to the Saturn V building and around the complex. It's pretty cool. That's something you know what? I haven't done, but that's really interesting. I would like to do that, actually.
Legoland one. I went to Legoland 1 year, and I was underwhelmed by it. I mean, it was cool, but it's one of those places that I don't need to go back. I mean, unless they, switched it up. I was a little underwhelmed.
I've never heard anyone that went to Legoland that was like, dude, go to Legoland.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always been bad.
It's neat. Some of the big, some of the big models and stuff like that. That's cool to look at.
But they got big, like Lego models in Disney.
No, I know. That's cool to look at. The roller coasters, a couple of the rides are fine. But yeah, it's by no means someplace that I'm like, oh, I'm going back there.
Yeah, we did some stuff with Legoland on the West Coast when I was working in Vegas. They did some giveaways with us, but yeah, I mean, no one ever was like, anyone that I ever talked to about Legoland, like, you don't spend a full day at Legoland. Like, you go there and you spend like 5 hours-ish.
Yeah.
You run through the stuff and you get the hell out. There, and like Legoland, like both the locations, East and West Coast, they both have the Lego Hotel. There I was like, oh,
okay.
Stay at the Lego Hotel. They're just trying to make me stay for an extra day of nothing.
Yeah. No, it was, and I don't even think we stayed the whole day, because I went and took my oldest to Legoland and took my youngest to SeaWorld. Because we just did like a day in each one, and I don't think we stayed in Legoland all day. I think it was kind of like, cool, we're done. Let's go.
That's it. A-Dub calls it Lamo Land. Sick dad burn there. Can't believe we missed Hard Rock Park in Myrtle Beach. Real shame.
We've got about 6 minutes.
Cool.
Oh, man.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Talking 90s movies. Getting ready for trivia. Also got the drunk line coming up this morning. We'll do that around 10 after 9. Of course, end the show with Marshall's Music News. We got our back-to-back meetings this morning once we get off the air. Hopefully, everybody has, doesn't have back-to-back meetings. That'll be fine. One, we're going over the concert, some details there, so that's a plus. And then the other, obviously, is with the talent guy for the morning show to make us better. Bring it on. I'm actually pretty excited about that. Never worked with this guy directly, but I've heard nothing but good things. So I think some outside input's always good. Always can improve. All right. I think I had a really hard round of trivia the other day. I think this one's stupid easy. 3, 4, 5. At least 5 out of the 7 questions are basically multiple choice today. So I think it's going to be relatively easy. And not even hard multiple choice. All right, we got about 3.5 minutes left. Metallica, Nothing Else Matters. Music-wise, got A Day to Remember coming up here in a bit. Linkin Park, and some more. So stick around for that. I'm going to power rank our 90s movies. Got about 3 minutes left. I would say this list of movies is relatively solid. There's a weird entry on here. Hey, how's it going? All right. Just over 2 minutes. Oh, man. All right. I was talking trivia. I've got 5 out of 7 questions are multiple choice, and like stupid easy multiple choice.
Why did you do that?
Most of them are 50-50, so it's not even.
Okay.
One's 50-50. Okay, 2 of them you got more than the 2 choices, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it'll be that bad.
Ooh, Christmas time visit for Sean. Look at that. I'm usually around Sean. Once you hit in a town, make sure to message us. We'll see if we can get together if you're not too busy.
Well, yeah, I don't think we're going anywhere for Christmas. We should definitely be here.
So, Sean, in just in case not everyone on the chat knows, he's a buddy of ours who actually watches our show from Minnesota. Mm-hmm. I was actually just in my office. I'm putting together a package for Sean. He wanted a bottle of our hot sauce, so I'm mailing off a bottle of the hot sauce, throw some stickers and stuff in there for him as well.
Yeah, Wanda, we could probably do like maybe a Christmas-themed meet up. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, Sean, just keep us posted. We'll see if we can get something together. That'd be fun.
When we do, if timing works out, we should do our Not Safe for Answer the Internet special that we're doing in December.
Yeah.
And if Sean's here, we'll have Sean come in studio with us.
I like that.
We should put a date on that. Officially make that official.
Okay. All right, we got about 20 seconds. Jumping into some 90s movies. I'll keep my beard and be Santa. Yes. All right, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Cotter and Marshall Show. If you've not checked out the stream, do it. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, you can listen to the show. Just download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker or check us out on the website, rock1061.com. Now, a magazine, Paste, put out their best movies of the 90s. This was 90 total on their list. We're just going to take a look at the top 10, and then we're going to power rank our favorite movies from the 90s. And I agree with most of the ones that are on this list, but there are some weird ones, like number 10, which is The Apostle, came out in 1997. I remember this movie. I don't think I saw the movie. It was written and directed and starred Robert Duvall.
Oh, you don't remember the incredible film featuring Robert Duvall, which was based on an eccentric Pentecostal preacher learning that his wife is having an affair? Oh, my gosh, the drama. The drama, Cotter.
No, I don't remember it. It also starred Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, I'm still going to pass. You know what? Fun fact, people may hate me for it. I don't like Robert Duvall. Don't like him. Don't like him.
He's not like somebody that I'm going out of my way to watch all of his movies, but I can't say I dislike him.
I don't want to spend 2 hours with him.
That's fair.
There's certain people I want to spend 2 hours with. Brad Pitt. Damn it. He is delicious. But no, Robert Duvall, I'm out.
All right, coming in at number 9, that is Rushmore, which that was the movie that kind of, I don't know, it gave a different spin to, I think, Bill Murray's career with this movie. It was Wes Anderson, written and directed.
So it was really weird.
It was very weird. And I want to say it was like one of the first of his bizarre movies, but I remember liking this one.
Yeah, Rushmore was fun. It had, oh my gosh, what's the other guy? Jason Schwartzman.
Yes.
In it as well. And he was kind of the lead in that movie. And it was a lot of fun. It was silly and crazy.
Yeah. Number 8 on this list, best movies from the 90s. I remember when this documentary came out, it was such a big deal. Hoop Dreams.
That was like Leonardo DiCaprio who did that?
No, that's Basketball Diaries.
Okay, definitely different.
Yeah, Ooh. That's Basketball Diaries.
It's a different story.
A completely different story. That's based on a true story, but not the documentary. Hoop Dreams it followed was it 4 players from high school to college?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that. That was cool. Number 7 on this list, I think could be higher. Goodfellas came out in 1990.
Goodfellas is probably one of my favorite films from the decade. I mean, what was it? Didn't have a record for a minute. It was like that movie and Casino for the amount of F-bombs they dropped.
Yeah,
it was like 200 plus. Incredible.
Number 6 on this list from 1996, Fargo. I think Fargo is an overrated movie.
What?
It's overrated. I mean, I'm not saying
it was a Coen Brothers, right?
Yeah.
A Coen Brothers joint.
Yeah. It's not bad. I'm not hating on it. It's just overrated. It's okay.
That movie brought us actually at this point 4 incredible seasons on FX because they made a TV series out of it. So it's turned out pretty well for us.
No, I guess that's true. I've never seen the TV show.
It's pretty incredible.
Number 5 on this list, agree wholeheartedly, Shawshank Redemption. One of my favorite movies.
It's just one of those films that the moment you turn on your TV and once you cross by, it's always like TNT or TBS. You just stop and watch it. That your entire day is gone.
It's the best adaptation movie-wise of a Stephen King novel.
And it's one of those things, too, is I don't know how they do it, but they always extend it to be like 6 hours on television.
That's so true,
like,
right?
there's a commercial break every 5 seconds, and every time you're like, well, I got nothing else going on. Of course I'm going to sit through these commercials.
I'm in. All right, this is the best movies of the 90s put together by Paste Magazine. This was their top 10. Number 4, this is the one I've never heard of. Three Colors Trilogy. It came out from 93 to 94. Movies directed by a Polish dude, and each movie is about a political idea and the motto of the French Republic: liberty, equality, and fraternity.
I mean, as a young man during the 90s, it had subtitles, so I was out. So I never even heard nor will I probably ever watch the Three Colors Trilogy.
No, I won't either. Number 3 on this list, Magnolia. This was Paul Thomas Anderson.
This is the Tom Cruise movie.
Yes. Yeah. And it was Raining Frogs, where he was the motivational speaker. I think he was nominated for a Best Supporting Acting Oscar for this movie. Once again, it's fine. I don't know. It feels like that. This movie feels like it's on the list because they think it has to be on this list.
Yeah, I don't know why. You know how it was 3 hours long.
Oh, it was a monster movie about different people and their lives intertwined and all kind of connected in some weird way. I feel this is the pick. They're like, well, if we're artsy fartsy,
yeah, this is the artsy pick for sure.
We need this movie on the list. I don't think it needs to be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Number 2, Schindler's List.
Oh, the most uplifting movie of all time, Cotter.
Great movie, great movie. I it was one of Steven Spielberg's best. Liam Neeson is fantastic in this movie. I get it. I mean, I think it deserves a spot. I could easily see why it's top 10 on this list, even coming in at number 2. Number 1, I can't argue with this movie. On this list, the number 1 movie from the 90s, from 1994, Pulp Fiction.
There's only one other movie. I was actually looking at like the entirety of the list. There's only one other film that's at least ranked in these top 90 best films of the 90s that I've seen more. I've seen Pulp Fiction so many times. I love that film top to bottom.
It is so good. So I mean, I think the 90s they had this weird run of movies, and I think Pulp Fiction kind of was the zenith of that and kind of defined that independent movie feel that we got in the 90s. And such a great movie. I hated it the first time I watched it.
Really?
I remember.
You hated Pulp Fiction?
The first time I watched it, I was like,
you're a monster.
What happened? And then I grew to appreciate it, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time, not just from Quentin Tarantino, just of all time. So there you go. So that's the top 10 according to Paste Magazine. Coming up next, we're going to power rank our favorite movies from the 90s. I tried to stay away from movies that were on that list.
Okay.
I wanted to go in a different direction with some of it. So we'll get to ours coming up next. A day to remember, everything we need. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Guys, feel free to drop in your power rankings of your favorite 90s movies. Rhett just dropped his. Number 1, Terminator. Did Terminator come out in the 90s? I thought it came out like...
T2 was 90s. The first one, I think, was like 89, 88.
Well, we're going to allow it.
The first one, 1984.
Oh, Jesus.
No, sorry.
Oh, he wrote T2, and then he wrote number 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's so many 2s in a row. Numbers confuse me, guys.
That was definitely the 90s.
Number 2, Silence of the Lambs, one of my favorite films.
Good choice.
Number 3, Tombstone. You know what? Never got into Tombstone.
Really?
Yeah.
I do like that movie.
Pulp Fiction is another one. Damn, forgot about that one. I was with my high school sweetheart at the time, so was kind of busy, said Wanda. Whoops.
Well, I just watched, only for the second time ever, Jackie Brown. It was Quentin Tarantino's.
I've seen that.
It was the follow-up to Pulp Fiction, and I saw it when it first came out. I really liked it. I mean, I remember, liking it when I watched it the first time, but I went back and watched it just a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down with this.
I'm going to stay away from the top 10 as well, although I do want to put Pulp Fiction on there because it is one of my favorites. But
yeah,
I'm staying completely away from the top 10.
Yeah, I did too.
Rat just goes Dirk Diggler.
Because Shawshank Redemption,
Boogie Nights, baby,
easily be number 1 on this list.
Yeah, for you?
Me. Yeah,
okay.
But I stayed away from it. I love. God, it's such a good movie.
Greg says, I don't really want to go through the time and effort to make a list. I just want to say whoever made the list lives in their mother's basement and has lace dolly coasters. Doily coasters.
It's the Magnolia pick. I don't agree with. I mean, this Three Colors trilogy. I mean, obviously, I've never seen it. Fargo, in my opinion, is overrated, but I get why it's on the list. The Apostle, I just don't. To me, that's a weird one because it's like, where did that come from? Was it that good? I don't remember.
I love Thomas's comment right here. I don't remember the 90s. That was my start of my sex, drugs, and rock and roll phase.
Yeah, it was.
Brad Pitt is delicious. Not sure how that makes me feel. It should make you feel erect, Greg. Because Brad Pitt, even to this day, still a delicious young man.
Yes, Charles, I agree. Pam Grier, hot. And it was such a good movie. I was really happy to rewatch it.
Is Pam Grier working nowadays? Is she doing anything?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Contact.
I think Jackie Brown is like Quentin Tarantino's forgotten movie. It doesn't really get brought up a lot when you talk about his career. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Just ran down a list of the top 10 movies from the 90s. It was put together by Paste Magazine. Well, now we're going to put together our own power rankings of our 3 favorite movies from the 90s. Now, there are several on the list that we ran over, including Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction, that easily could be on my list, but because they were there and there are so many movies to pick from,
right,
I decided to go stay away from that list.
Yeah, I think we're both staying away from the top 10. So I'm going to go ahead and just kick this power ranking off. Once again, power ranking the top 3 films of the 90s, according to us, particular gentlemen. Number 3 coming on my list, this film I watched more than any other during the 90s. And probably to this day, if there was like a Marshall official movie counter clock somewhere in existence, Fight Club would definitely be my most watched film of all time, but it's only coming in at number 3 on my 90s power ranking list.
I'm shocked.
I mostly wanted to make sure I got it on my list before you, but also, probably one of my favorite films. Obviously, the film came out. Let's see. I have my notes here.
99.
90. Coming out in 1999. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton. I mean, top to bottom, just one of the most fascinating films, just because. It messed with your head. I mean,
totally.
The film itself was just kind of all over the place, but it's one unique running theme of chaos. I love that idea, and just the acting was top notch. So Fight Club makes it number 3 on my power rankings.
That's a great choice. I'm surprised it's not higher on your list. I mean, I was in. I didn't see the ending coming. Watching the movie for the first time, I remember just being blown away. Both my wife and I were like, "Did that just happen? Oh my Lord!"
Yeah. You could spoil it. The film's been out for 20 years.
They're the same. They're the same person. And it's one of the very few instances, in my opinion, where the movie is better than the book. I don't know if you've ever read the book.
Yeah, that was one of the only instances where I love the film so much. I actually bought the book. I bought one of the original copies of the book.
Oh, nice.
And I still own it to this day.
Okay.
And read it.
Number 3 on my list, much like you, I knew you were going to pick that. You said you knew I was going to go with this. Clerks.
Yep.
Kevin Smith and Clerks. I mean, I saw Mallrats first, but then I went back and watched Clerks, and I understood more about it because I'm like, this is kind of my life, kind of at that point in time, or, at least growing up, just kind of being, trying to get through your day at the job, hating life, a little bit. So it really hit home, and it created my love for all things Kevin Smith. And I just think still to this day, I can still sit there. I can watch this movie. I'm going to laugh like I laughed when I watched it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he's done other good movies, but I still think this is his best by far.
Hey, he started off on top.
He did. He totally started on top.
He peaked out right at the beginning. Yikes. No, I mean, I agree with that. Kevin Smith, he's a great film director. We've had an opportunity to interview him, I think, a couple times together. Kevin Smith, definitely a very cool gentleman, and his movies turned out so well, especially with Clerks. Clerks 2, not so much.
Yeah.
All right, coming in number 2 on my power rankings of the best 90s films of all time. Once again, top 10 list that we went over a few minutes ago. That's out the window. Coming in number 2 for me, I just felt like this movie was revolutionary. When this movie came out in 1999, once again, picking another 1999 film. When this movie came out, I just thought to myself, I've never seen that before. It looks so different. The concept was so weird, and it was a huge hit right out the gate. Plus, the movie ended on a Rage Against the Machine song, so I love that. Talking about The Matrix.
Okay.
We talked about it a lot this morning because we were talking about Deja Vu. I just felt that film, just from the graphics, the effects, the special effects. I've never seen anything like that on television or movies before. When they started throwing all the commercials out for it, I'm like, what is this? So The Matrix definitely makes my power rankings the top 3 90s films of all time.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of those movies because every so often you get something that just kind of changes everything.
Yeah.
That was that movie.
100%. Plus, they ended on Bomb Track, which is like one of my favorite Rage, it doesn't get a lot of radio airplay. It's just one of my favorites.
All right, number 2 for me, The Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is about as perfect of a comedy as you're ever going to get. Jeff Bridges just is the dude. There's so many great lines. The story is fantastic. The characters are just so good. I mean, The Big Lebowski, it introduced me to my love of White Russians.
Yep.
So bonus. But just like I said, a near perfect comedy.
When a film can influence your alcoholism, like one such as The Big Lebowski, it really is groundbreaking in so many ways. Now, with my final pick, it is difficult because there's 2 films that I know you wouldn't have touched. That's why I left them for the end, but they are spectacular horror thriller films. I almost want to give it a tie, but I'm not going to because I don't think you'd allow me. But it's between Silence of the Lambs and Seven, right?
Okay. Oh, wow.
Seven featuring Brad Pitt and Kevin Spacey, which is canceled currently and probably forever. That came out in 1995, and then Silence of the Lambs coming out in 1991. But I just hold a special place in my heart for Silence of the Lambs. So I'm going to go ahead and give Silence of the Lambs my number 1 power-ranked film from the 90s. Anthony Hopkins is incredible. Hannibal Lecter, the character itself, obviously based on the books. They had a TV series come out. He played the role, I think, 2 more times in Hannibal and Red Dragon. Just great films overall. But Silence of the Lambs, that movie still haunts me to this day. It's just so cool.
I think I've told you this story to where I've tried to watch it multiple times, and I have fallen asleep every time. It has nothing to do with the movie. It's Old Man Cotter kicking in, I think.
Okay.
I've just stopped trying to watch it. What I've seen, though, I really enjoyed. Number 1 on my list could have been Pulp Fiction easily, but I'm going with a different Quentin Tarantino movie. It's the one that I watched first. It was his first flick that came out from 1992, Reservoir Dogs.
That film still gets me to this day because I just keep remembering the ear cutting scene.
Yes.
I'm like, that one still... I think that one shocked people when they saw it on screen because they probably haven't seen anything quite like that.
I love this movie. I named my dog Mr. Blonde after the character from this movie. I remember watching it with my buddy in high school, and when it got done, we just kind of looked at each other and was like, what was that? That was awesome. Oh, my Lord. I mean, it's such a good movie, the way he tells the story in a nonlinear form. I mean, that opened up the world to Quentin Tarantino and proved that guy can just do almost absolutely anything.
Yeah, and so many honorable mentions. Obviously, Goodfellas we mentioned before, but how about Groundhog Day?
Yes.
Toy Story. Once again, if you're talking about like just revolutionary movies, Toy Story, I mean, they were the first kind of like, I don't know, what do you call that? CG, whatever that.
It was the first Pixar movie.
Yeah, Pixar film. Let's see, Seven I mentioned. Some on the chat. Chris says, how about Jurassic Park? Dennis goes, how about Billy Madison? I mean, there's just tons and tons of great films from the 90s.
All right, coming up next, going to talk 20th anniversary concert and how you can score some tickets. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. What up?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Usual Suspects,
dude,
yeah.
Yes.
What is it? Kaiser Sose?
Kaiser Sose.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah. Because that was another one at the end when he walks away. You're like, oh, you son of a, how did I not see that? No, that's a great one.
Stupid limp.
Yeah. Forgot about that one. Yeah, that's a great choice. Yeah. It's such a good movie.
Yeah. Usual Suspects, man. I forgot about that one.
Jurassic Park, that was another one that was kind of a game changer because the graphics, with the dinosaurs, it was unlike anything anybody had ever done.
Yeah, I mean, Jurassic Park, and it's weird to like lump them all together because they're like 2 or 3 totally different films, but The Matrix, Toy Story, and Jurassic Park were complete game changers when it came to that stuff. Is there any others from the 90s that were like...
It's hard to believe that Toy Story was a 90s movie. That's still
95,
weird.
too.
I know, right?
Right there in the middle.
Still weird to me. I don't know. Others that were big game changers? I mean, I think Pulp Fiction was in a way. I do. I mean, on a smaller scale, I would say Clerks was because I think it gave people, with no money the idea or the thought that they could become movie directors. But from Matrix, Jurassic Park, what was the other one we just mentioned?
Toy Story?
Toy Story. Yeah, I mean, I think those, all 3 just kind of changed everything.
Well, I guess you want to look at T2 as well.
T2, yeah.
Yeah, T2, I mean, like with the liquid metal guy just blew people's minds. All right, guys, coming up next, going to talk 20th anniversary show. We'll also talk about how you can win yourself some tickets. And then we have trivia coming up on the back half of the hour. New sponsor, Savannah Bar Crawl, going to hook you up with some tickets to their bar crawl they're doing for the 4th of July. So I looked up a quick list of game-changing movies. I guess it's from just the beginning for like the 70s and stuff.
Right.
They do mention The Matrix in 99. They say Jaws in 1975 was a game changer.
They consider that movie like the first summer blockbuster.
Okay. They say Kill Bill was a game-changing film.
Okay.
Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. I didn't watch that film, but I remember it was.
I'm guessing not from a popularity standpoint, from a technical standpoint.
They say practical set and effects will always be my preference, but CGI has been making leaps and bounds. That's why Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, I think it was filmed entirely on green screen, so I think that's why it was one of those films.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What other films? Spider-Man in 2002. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Toy Story. They're saying Star Wars. Blair Witch Project was game-changing and definitely in a certain way.
From a marketing standpoint, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean...
They did genius with marketing that film.
July in 1999 is when it came out, and it grossed it was made for $35,000.
Yeah.
And it made $140.
Yeah. Yeah, the marketing behind it was genius.
How many Blair Witch movies are there? There's like 6 or 7 at this point, right?
Is it that many? Because the second one was, it didn't go the found footage route. It was just a movie, right?
Mm-hmm. And then it was terrible.
Didn't they try to do another found footage one?
Yeah, they did a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, the movie's just okay. You know what I mean? It's not like the marketing. That's why the marketing was so good on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because the movie itself, it's like, yeah, it was fine.
More movies that have popped up in this list. These are game-changing movies from the past few decades. They say The Evil Dead, Avatar, Lord of the Rings, Reservoir Dogs. I don't see Reservoir Dogs as game-changing. I just thought it was a great film. I didn't think it really changed anything.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, unless you lump it into defining, some of that indie kind of movies, from the 90s maybe a little bit. But no, I don't know.
I agree with Lord of the Rings. I mean, the Lord of the Rings, the 3 movies year after year, just the way they were filmed. I mean, and it was incredible.
Would there be an MCU? Because that kind of vibe to it where they've mapped it out. We know we're doing 3. It's not, well, if this one does good, we can make a sequel. I mean, I bet the MCU owes a little credit to that.
Yeah. Do we have the Lord of the Rings to blame for trilogies now?
Star Wars?
Was there, outside of Star Wars, was there really any trilogies?
Star Wars and Back to the Future are probably, if I would say, well-known trilogies.
What other trilogies?
That's what I'm saying. It's those two.
No, I'm asking, what other trilogies were there prior to, we got Spider-Man 1 through 3 in the early 2000s to the mid to late 2000s.
Greatest trilogies of all time.
Sorry, guys, we're going down a rabbit hole in this conversation, I know, but
let's see.
It's a Monday. What else do you want from us?
The Jersey trilogy from Kevin Smith, the Hannibal Lecter trilogy, We're Ingrid Bergman trilogy. Those aren't. That's Mission Impossible 1 through 3.
That's not a trilogy. We're up to like 7 films now.
Yeah, Trilogy of the Dead. See, these aren't necessarily. These aren't traditional trilogies so far. The Blade trilogy, the Mighty Ducks trilogy, the Austin Powers trilogy.
The Austin Powers trilogy is the best one you've said at this point.
Mad Max trilogy.
Was there 3 films?
Yeah, 1, The Road Warrior, and then Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The Internal Affairs trilogy, Terminator. No.
The Blade trilogy was good except for that last film. It was terrible.
The X-Men trilogy.
Once again, last film, terrible.
Naked Gun trilogy.
Didn't know there were 3.
33 and a third, 2.5, and then the first one. The Vengeance trilogy. That is a Korean trilogy.
Oh yeah, that Old Boy's in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old Boy. Then you had the Scream trilogy. First one was great. The third one was horrible.
How many Scream movies do we have?
There's 4 now.
They have a new one.
They're
right?
making another one. I still said they effed up. They should have made David Arquette the murderer in by like the third one because he survived all of them. He's just so geeky and stupid, and I don't know. That's just me. Spider-Man trilogy, Star Wars prequels. I'm saying no. I mean, there just wasn't a whole lot because I mean, most of these are 90s, post Star Wars and Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. Die Hard, which now there's 12 of those. Pirates of the Caribbean, Alien. There's the 3-color trilogy. The Evil Dead trilogy.
I guess trilogies have been around. I don't know why. I just don't feel like they've been in such a popular, conscious sort of way until the last 15 years or so, maybe the last 20 years.
No, I agree, because it's like, okay, The Matrix, that's a trilogy to me. You know what I mean? Some of these aren't traditional trilogies. They're 3 movies, like Kevin Smith's Jersey trilogy.
That doesn't count.
It's not a trilogy.
It's like the Coronado trilogy from Edgar Wright.
Yeah, 100%. Indiana Jones. Once again, there's 3 movies, but is it a trilogy? They don't necessarily link to each other.
Yeah, they don't connect. And there's been a 4th, and that was terrible.
Yeah. Born Identity. The Godfather trilogy. I mean, that's a trilogy.
Once again, the last film was terrible.
Yep. Toy Story trilogy. There's 4 of those now. Back to the Future. The original Star Wars, and they said Lord of the Rings. So no, I mean, I agree. I think Lord of the Rings probably really made that a thing.
Yeah, or maybe it like really helped repopularize trilogies in general.
All right, we got about 20 seconds. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, the 20th anniversary concert featuring Puddle of Mud, Filter Sponge, and 2 great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat, under 3 weeks away, man. It's hard to believe that it's that close.
Yeah, I want to make sure we thank some of our awesome sponsors for this as well. How about our ticket sponsor, Lurch DUI Attorneys, and our VIP sponsor, Emperor's Gentlemen's Club of Savannah. I mean, we have so many people that are going to be there. We have like a little vendor village.
Yes.
We got tons of food trucks. We obviously have tons of beer and liquor, and obviously great music that's going to last all day long.
So get your tickets now, etix.com, also on our website, rock1061.com. But all this week, your chance to score tickets. We're going to have some 20th anniversary trivia. We're going to do that each morning starting tomorrow around 7:35. But here's the catch. Billy's going to give you the answer the day before. So you don't even have to think. Just listen to the Badass Rock Show at 5:05. Billy will give you the answer. The next morning at 7:30, first person calls us in with the correct answer, you got tickets.
Easy as that. So go ahead and make sure to listen to Billy this afternoon and win tickets with us. Or if you're like, oh, it's so difficult, guys, just go buy your tickets. Easy. Rock1061.com.
All right, we've got Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia up next. Here's Royal Blood and Typhoons, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
So I was on Saturday doing my Saturday shift, and Typhoons came up, and I was thinking about it. Like, we give out awards all the time in sports, like most improved player,
Right.
most whatever. Royal Blood deserves most improved band.
Yeah.
They get that award I'm awarding them. Congratulations, the Cotter and Marshall Show Award for most improved band of 2020 to 2021 is Royal Blood. Their new album Typhoons came out in April. It's awesome. So here you go. Here's the magical fake award. There you go. I'm giving it to Royal Blood. Congratulations. Make sure someone tells them, tag them in it.
I agree, man. That and Trouble's Coming, both great songs.
Phil goes, Blair Witch is terrifying when you're a kid. You don't know what found footage is even a movie genre.
That's a good call there, yeah.
I remember I watched Blair Witch on VHS right when it came out. It was the fall of, it was like November, because it came out in July, it said. Yeah, so I watched it in like October or November, and I was still living in Illinois, and I just remember like walking to my buddy's house, like leaving my house and like terrified because I lived across the street from a cornfield, hearing all sorts of noises. It's crazy.
I think I'm pretty sure I saw that one in the movie theater.
Blair Witch?
Yeah. And like I said, it was good for what it was and how they promoted it. Morning, Mac.
Hey, Mac.
All right, got about 2 minutes.
Just realized one of my trivia questions, I forgot to write the answer in, so I guess I have to look it up.
I've been there.
And I've got 2 games I could do, but
Right.
oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I'm set.
We can be quick and to the point about this one.
Okay. I've only got 2 multiple choice questions.
I've got all the multiple choice.
All right, guys, so coming up here in just a few moments, are you smarter than a community college dropout trivia? Here, I'll even pop on the screen for it real quick. Prize today is going to be 2 free passes into the Savannah Bar Crawl, 4th of July crawl. And I had it up, and now it's not here. The Red, White, and Bruise Bar Crawl.
It's been a long time since I've done an official bar crawl.
I did one the first couple of years I moved here. I think I did this one, the Red, White, and Bruise Bar Crawl, 2 years in a row, because I think they were trying to do a Guinness World Record with it.
That was a different.
That was different. That was the one in May. Anyway, I did that one a couple of years in a row. I was trying to be a part of a Guinness World Record. Didn't work out.
Would have done it the first year if everybody would have turned in the card. That's the funny part. All right, guys, be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Nobody has been for like a month and a half. Our reign of kicking ass continues.
I call it terror.
Either one.
Yeah.
Up for grabs today, tickets for the upcoming Savannah Bar Crawl Red, White, and Bruise event. That is Saturday, July 3rd, so you can drink up and then head down to our show.
That's right.
Sounds like a great idea. So if you'd like to play right now, give us a call.
1-800-394-1061. The very first person to call in, you'll score some free passes, plus you'll take on one of us.
It is Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout, brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl, Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
I've done a couple fire truck pub crawls up here in Minnesota, but you don't have to get drinks between the bars like you do in Savannah. You technically don't have to drink at all on this bar crawl. You just have to show up to the bars and get your card punched.
Yep.
I know we're running late on time because our 90s thing went a little late. So how do you want to work this? You want to give it another couple minutes, see if we can get someone to call in?
Yeah, I mean, I won't have enough time coming out of the break.
Right.
So, I mean, if we don't get anybody, we can quiz each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that stinks. All good.
Yeah, I got a message from him with that starting off, and I was like, oh, all right then.
That stinks.
Yeah. All right, guys, after trivia today, we're going to do some news on Torture Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and then we are going to play back your drunk line calls from the weekend.
Yeah, I got a couple we're going to play back today.
Did you call?
No.
Now, you promised on Friday that you would call.
Yeah.
And then I said, don't do that.
After Mexican cake, let's just say I fell asleep. Yeah. So, that was a thing.
Fell asleep or passed out?
That was a thing.
How many drink?
Just the one.
Just one?
Yep. I had a couple other beers, though.
All right.
So. Yeah, let's see. Rock 1061, who's this?
It's big, bold, and sexy.
Hey, Charles, you want to play?
I'd love to play.
All right, who do you want to take on, myself or Marshall?
You know what? Let me go with John today.
Okay. All right, man, you know the drill. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1. If you don't have an answer and want to come back to it, feel free to say pass. And if we got time at the end, we will come back. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, question number 1 is multiple choice. Which former U.S. president was honored with an award from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Was it Grover Cleveland, Abraham Lincoln, or Teddy Roosevelt?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Incorrect. What was the first full-length Pixar movie? We actually just talked about this.
Toy Story.
Correct. What was the first soft drink consumed in space? Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Incorrect. Originally, Amazon only sold what kind of product?
Books.
Correct. Dead or alive, actor Gene Hackman?
Alive.
Correct. Multiple choice, what is the sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel? 666, 699, or 1,000?
I'll go with 699.
Incorrect. Final question, on the American flag, which color is the top stripe, red or white?
Red.
That is correct. All right, man. Marshall, Charles got 4 out of 7.
Is that really bad number, man? It's not a good number.
All right, Charles, hold tight. We'll be right back to you. Marshall, you know the drill. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1. Here we go. Multiple choice. Which former U.S. president was honored with an award from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Was it Grover Cleveland, Abraham Lincoln, or Teddy Roosevelt?
I'm a big Grover fan. I'm going to go Teddy. He was wily.
Incorrect. We just talked about this. What was the first full-length Pixar movie?
Toy Story.
That is correct. What was the first soft drink consumed in space, Coke or Pepsi?
I feel like Pepsi's try hard. I'm going to go Pepsi.
Incorrect. Originally, Amazon only sold what kind of product?
Books.
That is correct. Dead or alive, actor Gene Hackman?
Oh, rest in peace. Dead.
Incorrect.
Gene Hackman's still alive?
He is alive.
Oh, I thought Gene Wilder.
What is the sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel? Is it 666, 699, or 1,000?
699?
Incorrect. On the
Losing today. Good.
on the American flag, what color is the top stripe? Red or white?
Oh man, red.
That is correct. But Big, Bald, and Sexy gets the win.
Good for Charles.
3-4. Well played, sir. Well played.
I'll add it to my loss tally. Sadly, congrats, Charles.
Still undefeated.
Charles is undefeated. Oh, now I feel the pressure. We got to take him down. All right, man.
Shit, what's going on right now?
Fixing himself, maybe?
and that was some tough ones today, John.
They were, absolutely.
You got his info, right?
I got his info.
All right, cool, man. We got to run. We got to get this edited up. Thank you as always, sir. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see you, man. Correct answers. Which former U.S. president has an award from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame? That is Abraham Lincoln. Toy Story was the first full-length movie from Pixar. Coke was the first drink consumed in space. Both were there at the same time. Amazon originally just sold books. Gene Hackman is 91 years old. The sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel is 666. And the color of the top stripe on an American flag is red. All right, back at it tomorrow. Another round of Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia, brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right, guys, I'm going to have to edit up this real quick. We'll be back.
All right, guys, back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. Got it, Greg, doing some math for us. Actually, it's actually pretty awesome. So, Cotter, your winning record's now at 73.3%. Now, that's adding in ties and losses as the same thing. So,
Okay.
So that actually, with that loss, it pushes mine to 69%.
Nice.
Nice. I know, right? So I wrote back, I go, nice, right where I wanted to be. So yeah, there you go. And then we started getting into a conversation about how you'll never run with him. And then he goes, he couldn't run with me. He'd run behind me.
Nah, that's a legit statement from Greg. No, I couldn't run with him.
Greg says, I wouldn't say way behind me. He goes, it's summer. I'm going slower. Yesterday I ran in sandals. Who runs in sandals? That doesn't even sound nice or good or like the right thing to do. I'm not even a runner. I know that's bad. Well, guys, thanks again for hanging out and playing Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia with us. Once again, brought to you by our friends over at Savannah Bar Crawl. New sponsor alert.
Gibby, Jesus probably ran in sandals.
He obviously didn't run fast enough. History. Coming up next, guys, we're going to break down Torture Tuesday for tomorrow, play back your drunk line calls. Then we got music news stories on Metallica, Clown from Slipknot doing some solo stuff, and then Hailstorm kind of dropping a little bit of news on a new album from them. What's up, man? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There was I read it through. I think I had one note, but yeah, you pretty much hit it. Yeah. Yeah. And we're at 10:30 still today, I think is what you said. Yeah, cool. Lots of peeps running sandal. It's an ultra thing. Is that like some weird secret society where you guys run and bang each other? What is ultra?
Ultra marathons. They're like 100-mile runs. I mean, it's stupid. They're obscene length runs.
What is wrong with people? Why would you run 100 miles? Say who didn't run 100 miles in sandals? Jesus. So I'm going to talk about it tomorrow on Marshall's Music News, but Nikki Sixx has put a comment out there that he's pretty excited about this week's big announcement, and I am terrified at that. I am absolutely terrified. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. Mac is just chiming in with her favorite 90s films. What about Forrest Gump? I mean, it's a good film.
Yeah,
people loved it.
I still say
it stands the test of time. I mean, people are still talking about it. Still love it. Obviously filmed here.
It's a crime that it beat out Pulp Fiction for Best Oscar.
Yeah,
I honestly think they should wait. We should be giving away Oscars for Best Picture for movies that came out 5 years ago. They need time to settle and sink in. Because I'm sorry, Shakespeare in Love should not have beaten Saving Private Ryan for Best Picture. Shakespeare in Love? You kidding me?
Yeah.
It beat Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, when movies stand the test of time, that's when you know they probably should have been awarded something. Like, there's some movies that, here's the thing. If your movie is getting played on TNT or TBS at this point from the 80s or 90s, then that probably should have won you something.
Yeah, I mean, I really think when you give away Oscars for Best Picture, the acting awards a little bit different, but Best Picture, wait 5 years, because I mean, I think you're gonna look back and be like, we did what? Because I mean, like the Shawshank Redemption, it was nominated for everything and it didn't win anything. Who did it lose out to? Oh shoot, that might have been the '94 thing. Oh, that might have been that same year. Okay, that would make sense. So it would have lost out to Forrest Gump too. But yeah, I don't know, because there's a lot of movies that, you know, they'll win awards and then it's like 2 years later you're like, Really? That black and white movie, The Artist, or whatever that was a couple years ago. It was like black and white and like silent or whatever.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, I don't.
And like, why is that winning best Oscar? But it's like nobody's rewatching that.
I don't. Oh, I know James Cromwell and John Goodman were in that film, but I don't know anyone else. Uggy the dog.
Yeah,
wow, Uggy the dog.
The dog was a thing.
Penelope Ann Miller. I kind of know her. I don't even know who's Jean Dujardin.
I have no idea.
Dujardin.
Well, I mean,
I hadn't heard of that guy.
Even from recently, it's like if you look at 2018, Green Book won. I mean, it went up against Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's an overrated movie. The Favorite. I mean, it was like, really, that's gonna. The Shape of Water.
Shape of Water was a good film.
The best though. Moonlight, Spotlight, Birdman. That was good. 12 Years a Slave, Argo. The Artist. I mean, Moneyball, Tree of Life. I mean, there were definitely King's Speech is another one. It's like
King's Speech was a great film.
Yeah, but is it Best Picture?
Well, who were they going up against?
127 Hours, Black Swan, The Fighter, Inception, The Kids Are All Right, The Social Network, Toy Story 3, True Grit, and Winter's Bone.
Holy crap, that was just 1 year?
Yeah.
Social Network was, I think, probably, if you base it upon my stupid theory of is your movie still getting played,
right,
then it should have been Inception, because Inception
100%.
Gets played all the time.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, 2009 was decent. Hurt Locker is a great movie. It was up against Avatar, The Blind Side, District 9, and Education, and Glorious Bastards.
I'm just glad Avatar didn't win.
I know, right?
Crap movie, garbage.
Precious, A Serious Man, Up and Up in the Air.
Wanda just said the Savannah Police Department just rescued 12 ducklings.
Oh, that's
See,
cute.
that's a positive vibe story I need at the beginning of this week.
Right.
Thank you, Wanda, for sharing that. Gibby just wrote quack. Tony just said, day hit to the boob smush technician Debbie. Have to go. Hope you are having a great day.
So she got hit in the boob?
Day hit to the boob smush technician Debbie.
I hope you.
How do I feel about that? I'm not for sure.
I hope you and your boobs are fine.
What about technician Debbie?
If it's her boobs, I hope her.
Is that a
boobs are
threat?
fine. I don't. I'm confused.
I think she just threatened her employee. I'm gonna punch you right in the tit.
All right.
Have a good one, Tony. So I think I'm going to start off with Hailstorm when it comes to music news.
Okay.
Then I'll do that, Metallica, and I'll wrap up on Slipknot.
Sounds good.
Yeah, my hair is getting long, dude. It's ridiculous. Dyed it blue this weekend, though. Fucking fat fingers typing sucks. And that's quite an outro for you, Tony.
All right. Let's see. You still have about 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Just looking to see what we have on the show tomorrow.
Torch Tuesday.
That's a big one. We have Quiz in the Face.
Right.
We have our new graphic to share for Quiz in the Face tomorrow. I'll be ordering a bunch of stuff on Amazon today. Not for me personally, but we have all the writers we have to fulfill for the band. So
right.
I'll be ordering a bunch of black towels today. I found a dozen black towels for like $20 on Amazon. So I think I'll probably be going with that.
Are they requesting black towels?
They asked for white or black towels. Some requested purely black because they don't want to show that they're
Wearing makeup.
Wearing makeup, yeah. So, yep, I'll just be buying black towels for everyone. Everyone gets a black towel. You get a black towel. But yeah, there's some weird stuff. I love filters. Actually, do I have it? No, I don't have it on here. Not readily available, but yeah, filters got some comical stuff in there.
That's nice.
Their writer is actually probably technically shorter than any other because they absolutely require probably like 10 items.
Okay.
But they don't require the rest. But they have like a very lengthy writer. I mean, it's a full page, 11 font,
right?
Calibri, font,
right.
writer.
Interesting.
Puddle of Muds, I kind of pared down. And like whoever writes these writers, first of all, they don't know how to correctly spell anything. I had to go back and just to triple check myself.
Right.
I had to actually spell check a bunch of stuff just to make sure I have it right. They misspelled a bunch, and they're very redundant. They say the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
If I think Puddle of Mud's writer has paper plates and solo cups 3 different times in it.
I want to make sure you get those paper plates and solo cups.
I get it, man. I will give you stuff to eat and drink out of. I got you. Gibby asks, is there any weird writer stuff? I feel like that's actually a bit we should do.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that later this week, Gibby. But yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything really weird, but there's some funny comical stuff in them. Do you have to pick out only the green M&Ms? No, sadly, that would be a fun task to make like Jake do. But yeah, unfortunately not. Actually, fun fact, no M&Ms at all on these writers.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, guys, got about 45 seconds. Going to talk Torture Tuesday.
Where is my daily breakdowns? There we go. So tomorrow we'll do the week, Torture Tuesday, quiz in the face, and then all the regular stuff. You have all that right?
Yep. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Don't forget, you can join the Horde and watch the show every morning. We stream it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. You can always listen to the show. Just download the Rock 1061 app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker or check us out at rock1061.com. Torture Tuesday is back tomorrow, and it's the final Torture Tuesday of the season. It's Torture Tuesday Crap Cocktail. Now, real crap will not be involved, but the cocktail itself is not going to be good, and it's being mixed by Cam Cross. He's going to come in and be our mixologist for tomorrow.
So Cam's the manager over at Savannah Tap House, good buddy of ours. Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of crap cocktail he can make. Now, you talked to him over the weekend, and he said that he was going to save the juices from the bar mat. So obviously that bar mat, that little plastic piece that kind of is on the back side of the bar, more towards the bartender.
Yes.
That is the bar mat. It's where they make drinks. So any of the sloshy stuff, like the extra vodka that spills out from them pouring a drink or just condensation, beer, whatever that falls into that bar mat, he said he was going to save it, and I'm going to drink it tomorrow.
It's going to be absolutely hideous. We'll have some other mixers as well. I mean, we've got the bar in my office, and now that we work mornings, I mean, I don't know if anybody's touched any of the booze.
Right.
So, I mean,
it was exclusively us for a while.
It really was. So, I mean, we've got all kinds of alcohol to pick from. So, it's all going to come down to what the mixers are, and how disgusting this drink will truly be.
Well, the great news is I'm mostly a well-rounded alcoholic. Like, I like all the liquors. Not a huge fan of vodka, but also I drink vodka. So, like, I'm mostly game for anything.
It's all just going to be mixed together anyway. It's going to be like the worst Long Island iced tea ever.
It's going to look like mostly any river here in Savannah. Just brown and murky.
You drank Savannah River water. You're fine.
I puked immediately after I did that. I will most likely puke tomorrow.
All right, so 8 o'clock tomorrow, Torture Tuesday. It is Crap Cocktail. Cam Cross is going to join us from Savannah Tap House. He'll be our mixologist for us tomorrow. Coming up next, we have got the Drunk Line. Don't forget, you can call us no matter where you are or when it is. If you've been drinking, give us a call on the Drunk Line. We've got 2 great calls. We're going to play it back for you next. Drunk Line is on the way. Here's a new 5-Finger Death Punch. Darkness Settles In. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Morning, Jeremy. How are you, buddy? Greg has a great comment here. He goes, we used to call that crap cocktail an LA freeway. What's a pitch shot, Charles? Explain that. Is that just what I'm doing, or is that something else? There is a tasty Halloween drink on Discord if anyone is interested. Oh, okay. Yeah, once again, guys, Gibby just dropped the link for anyone who does enjoy us, the Cotter and Marshall Show. Gibby and Wanda have kind of teamed up, and they've created a Discord page for the Cotter and Marshall Show. It's got all sorts of stuff, and it's just a kind of a cool kind of fan site where you guys can hang out. So they've put in all sorts of stuff from the show on there. They've got trivia. They've got all sorts of other crazy stuff as well. So it's kind of just a great place to be informed on the show and have all sorts of fun stuff to do once we are off the air. Obviously, keep in mind later on today, I'm going to be dropping a couple new videos. From last week, we're going to have Max Chicks on Dudes, and also Cotter and I on Friday. We're not feeling quite awake. I think it was right just before 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And we hit probably the harshest smelling salts of our lifetime. And we've done so many, I'm actually creating a folder for it. I'm creating a playlist
I like
on
that.
YouTube. We are 4 smelling salts into this show.
It was really potent.
Yeah.
Really potent.
Yeah, so we have an ongoing series of videos of us trying smelling salts, and it's called Are We Addicted to Smelling Salts? The new video for that, it's already done. It's going to go up once I get home today, so it'll be before 5 p.m. today.
Nice. All right, we got about 2.5-ish minutes.
Mm-hmm. Pour the clean out tray at the bar into shot glasses. Yeah, the bar mat.
Yeah,
right?
that's basically what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
The great news is for Torture Tuesday, guys, we're trying to decide what we wanted to do with this last Torture Tuesday. So the great news is we have a bunch of unused ideas.
We really do.
For next year, or for this coming, what do we call it, season,
I guess.
Yeah, Torture Tuesday season, for the fall season of Torture Tuesday.
And we get to bring back the Box of Mysteries.
Box of Mysteries. There's also
different payoff, but
I wrote down an idea and you didn't comment on it.
Oh, which one?
What were your thoughts on Slap or Tap?
Oh, I'm okay with that. I think that's funny.
All right. Should I explain it? I'll explain it.
It doesn't hurt anything.
So we were writing down a bunch of ideas that we could do for future Torture Tuesdays, and I came up with one. It's called Slap or Tap. So we're going to invite a lady, maybe from a local strip club, maybe a place like Emperor's, and what they would do is they'd come in and we would have to recite bad pickup lines to her. Now, if she laughed at the bad pickup line, then nothing happens. But if she doesn't laugh, she either gets to slap us or tap us in the junk. So, once again, we got to make sure that's obviously she would have to approve of that. Maybe
yes.
Give her a pair of gloves or something. But that would be one or both of us Torture Tuesday. Yeah. But I think that would be quite funny. So that's a possible future Torture Tuesday idea that one of us came up with. So
yeah, I like that one.
Pretty funny.
All right, we got about 45 seconds.
Charles says, we used to go down to Domino's and get a pit pizza for $5. They'd scoop out all the overage from the catch pans and bake it.
That's an awesome idea, though, for Torture Tuesday.
Pit pizza?
That's
Never heard of that.
would they do that?
Is that just like the burnt cheese and they cook the burnt cheese again? And
It's gross.
yeah, it's not my preferred pizza method.
I get that. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. We are just 3 weeks away, actually under 3 weeks, from the Rock 1061 20th anniversary show. We got Puddle of Mud, Filter Sponge, and of course, two great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat. And this show will kick off the concert season in the Low Country and Coastal Empire.
Yeah, no big deal. We brought concerts back. That was us. I mean, really. I mean, name one big concert before it.
Nothing.
You can't. You're welcome. You're welcome that Rock 1061 is doing this for you. I want to thank some of our amazing sponsors. You mind?
Go for it.
I want to thank our official beers.
Yes.
Beers. Sound like from Chicago. Well, more than I already am. For the festival, Corona, Modelo, Pacifico, two-lane American Golden Lager, plus premium hard seltzers from Funky Buddha.
I am a big Funky Buddha fan of their beer. I have not had their hard seltzer. I'm curious.
I'm ready to chug some seltzers, bro.
It's going to be so hot. Seltzers may actually taste really good that day.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, tons of great food out there, tons of food trucks. We have so many. We have Molly McPherson's, Crazian, which is one of my favorites in town, Chez George, Bojangles, The Food Box, many more. I can't wait for July 3rd. It's going to be a great day. Tickets are on sale for our 20th anniversary show right now.
Get them at etix.com. Also, rock1061.com. Now, every Monday, we've got the drunk line. You can actually call it at any time. It is open 24/7.
I wish you'd take your own advice because you promised us a drunk call this weekend, Cotter.
I got drunk. What can I say?
I know.
Got drunk and I fell asleep.
You promised next time?
No. Not anymore.
I failed you once. I will never try again.
We'll fail again. But yeah, you can call us at any time if you had a few cocktails, 800-394-1061. As always, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't do anything stupid. Hop an Uber. Do whatever you got to do. But be sure to call us on the drunk line. This one, I just an interesting rant, I guess. Well, here we go. Let's hit the drunk line.
No question. So, boys can pee outside anywhere.
It's true.
Whenever they want.
I love it.
And that makes me mad. Because they can't. So, my question is, how many times have you girls taken your dogs out and you have to pee so bad? Did you pee in the yard with them? I did. I found a cozy little corner and in it.
Did you poop in it?
Yep. How many of the girls have peed in the corner when you have to take their dogs out? Did you pee in the yard?
Wow.
The boys, they can just pee anywhere.
So
I'm so mad at them.
I say it all the time. I love peeing in the yard. I pee in my yard all the time. I pee in the yard at least twice this weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Dude, there is nothing better than peeing in your own yard.
No,
It's like marking your own territory.
Were you outside, so you just stayed outside to pee, or were you inside and purposely went outside just to pee?
Both.
Okay. I'm
a non-discriminatory peer. Like, if I feel like outside is closer, sometimes I just go pee in my yard.
Okay.
There's nothing better. It's like if a bald eagle flew over me while I was peeing in my yard, I would cry. Because it'd be the most American thing that could ever happen to
you. Fair enough. All right, it is the drunk line, 800-394-1061. You can call it after you've had a few, 24/7. I had another call. I don't know if this is a conversation or something you want to decide on while you're drunk. Anything to do with your personal appearance, you should probably wait until you're sober.
Okay.
Guys, it's the summer. I have to shave my beard.
I hate when my husband shaves his beard up.
She's so drunk. She's so drunk.
It's so hot.
Guys, don't shave your beards up.
No, it's so itchy.
Don't shave your beards up.
No, it's so
You look weird.
I don't care. You look weird.
I feel they're on my side
You look weird.
to where it should be grown out.
I want to know where my husband is.
No, I'm still your same husband.
No, you're not.
Are you though? I don't know.
So I look weird without a beard?
Yes. I want you to sit all the time.
No.
I want you to keep it all the time.
It's hot.
Don't care.
Guys, you shaving your beard for the summer? You tell me.
Who wears pants? Who wears shorts? I don't care.
There's the saying, sun's out, guns out. I don't adhere to that. It's beard all year for me.
Yeah,
Which also rhymes. Beard all year. Yeah, I'm that guy.
The beard never really bothered me during the summer. The long hair bothers me more, temperature wise, just being hot and nasty and sticky. Yeah, beard over the summer, I got no issue with that.
Yeah, beard all year, bro.
Let it go, man. Let it go. All right, there you go. Today's Drunk Line. Don't forget, you can call us, like we said, 24/7 after you've had a few, 800-394-1061. Coming up next, we got Marshall's music news. It is Cotter and Marshall on Rock 1061.
Yeah, I can't really speak on the whole girls peeing in the yard thing. I've never caught my wife peeing in the yard.
No, there was one time we had a group of friends. We the class I met my wife in. It was a readers theater class, so we all got pretty close. And we went out drinking one night, and we left cars at the ICC parking lot, which is the community college Marshall and I dropped out of. And there was one of our classmates. Really, she had to pee. She had to pee, and she wasn't holding her pee. She peed right in the middle of the ICC parking lot. She dropped trout and went to town. I'm like, hey, you do you.
Sometimes you got to go, man.
She wasn't going to make it. So,
Brez goes, I'm specifically thinking of getting a big rock in my yard just to pee off of it. Yeah, I mean, the height of it would be pretty amazing, I'm sure.
We had in the house we rented before we bought this one, the house we rented in Wilmington, there was every couple years we had issues with the water, just it being acting weird and funny. So we couldn't use our toilets. So yeah, I just went out and peed all the time. But that's really the only time I went outside and peed purposely,
Pee all the time, man. I would say minimum I piss in my yard. I would say at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Right.
Generally it's weekends, like when I'm having a couple cocktails, especially when the I wouldn't say it happens a whole lot. It doesn't happen in the winter. It's like a purely like summer event.
No, yeah, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going out to pee when it's like 5 degrees outside or anything. But yeah, like summertime, let's say I'm out at the pool, it's just my wife and I. Yeah, I'll go piss in the yard, man. It's just what you do.
I just had never met somebody so adamant about it. I think that's the funniest part.
No, I just think
you're a dedicated yard peer.
No, I just think if you own a yard and you don't pee in it, then why own a yard?
I've never peed in my yard of the house that I own right now. I don't know what you're doing
tonight.
I don't know.
I think you should.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where you don't want to do it. You have the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe once the kids leave, just go piss in the yard, man. Would that change if anyone else was at your house? Exactly. For me, I don't know. Well, like Bob right here. If Bob was over my house, I probably wouldn't piss in the yard.
Yeah.
But it's a solitary just an American moment for me.
Sure.
What's American to you? Bald eagles, American flags, fireworks. For me, it's piss in my yard. I don't piss in the pool, just to clear that up.
That's fair.
Nathan says, if I'm in the pool, instead of going inside, I'll go beside the deck. It's handy. Yeah.
I don't believe you.
All right, guys, coming up next, we got Marshall's Music News going to be breaking down. Our first story is going to be from Hailstorm. They got some possible new music on the way. After that, we'll talk about Clown of Slipknot. Clown is, he's an artist. He does all sorts of crazy stuff. And he just put out some stuff as in new music. We'll talk about that. And then we'll wrap up the show with Metallica. Metallica is suing some people because, well, they can. They got a team of lawyers. That's what happens when you're rich.
Yeah. All right.
Like that. All right. Napster bad. Technically, it actually was. People were stealing their property. I get why they were upset. Tucker will go out of his way to pee outside. He could be in the bathroom and walk outside to go pee. Whatever, saving water. Exactly, right? Pee's not acidic. I mean, like, you would have to be... Pee's not so acidic where it'd, like, kill your grass.
Yeah.
Either. Pee's actually most likely good for your grass. And sometimes when you have to take, like, you have to really go pee real bad, you go outside and write your name. It's fun. It's like a little game. Sometimes you're like, can I hit that post from 8 feet away? It's a little game for you. It's just guys being dudes peeing in the yard. Like, I honestly don't see anything wrong with it. I think more people should do it. If you don't do it, something's wrong with you. Go take a piss in the yard. Outside is nature's toilet. Exactly, Rhett. Fun fact, so my dad was a big yard guy. Like, he'd be like all outside all day.
Right.
And he loved mowing the yard, front and back, edge, and he loved to keep the yard nice. So he wouldn't come in to take a piss. So he would actually take a piss, my dad, in a jar. So my dad then would take his piss and in a jar, and he would throw it out in the yard. Because we lived where we lived in Deer Creek, we had 2 acres of land, but we still had neighbors around us.
Yeah.
We didn't have like a fence line or anything.
Right.
So couldn't like drop trout and pee in his yard at any point. Like, he could have when it was dark, but not when it was light outside. So he would take jars of piss and throw them out in our yard. And my dad pointed out to me, he goes, actually, and maybe that's why I love peeing outside so much. My dad pointed out to me, he goes, peeing outside is great. He goes, see that? See that? And it'd be like these stretches where the grass was longer than others. He goes, that's where I threw my piss. And like, it actually helped the grass grow. So like, you know what? Once again, peeing outside is so natural. Plus, it's nature's toilet. You're helping nature recover by peeing outside. Yeah. Everyone, go outside, take a piss today. Get in trouble, say Marshall said I could do it. You'll be fine. Wanda, I've seen plenty of piss bottles the next street over from our house. That's just from your Amazon delivery guy. Gibby, humans have pissed outside for a millennia. Thank you.
Got about 2.5 minutes, guys. So, time to pee. Go outside right now.
Yeah, everyone go take a piss, but take us with you. Make sure you're on your phones, watching on via mobile. Yeah, he had a jar. Was that his piss pot? Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All right, got about 1:45. Gonna hop on story number 1 of Marshall's Music News. Hey, Tony, welcome back.
Wait, I thought Tony was gone, smushing boobs and stuff.
Yeah, maybe she's done.
Charles said, I just did. I pee in my yard all the time because I usually can't make it inside to pee. There you go. Plus, save water. See, look at all of us doing our part. You know what? Someone needs to pee in. Oh my gosh, what's the lake in Vegas that is the lowest point in like history?
Oh,
Lake Mead.
Okay.
Yeah. If honestly, if all of Vegas could go pee in Lake Mead, they'd be saving nature, man. That stuff is at like epic lows right now.
Really?
Yeah. Big time drought in the West right now.
All right, got about 45 seconds.
Very unlike our last 2 weeks here in Savannah.
I know,
All
right?
we've gotten is pounded with rain. If you drink a lot of beer, you can actually fertilize your grass. There you go. That's what my dad did. I think my dad did mostly Coors and Miller Lights, though.
Okay.
He didn't venture into craft beer world.
Yeah.
He actually, I think one of his first craft beers was our first craft beer we did with Southbound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually really enjoyed Fade to Red, that grapefruit IPA-ish thing we did. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, anything that says craft or even looks like it may be a craft beer, he's against. You can have a Tybee Island Blonde, be like, nah, too hoppy. Dad, there's no hops in that. I mean, there is, but you know what I mean. All right, be right back.
Cotter and Marshall. Rock 1061.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Let's get right into it. It is time for Marshall's Music News.
So during an appearance on a podcast last Friday, Hailstorm frontwoman Lizzie Hale spoke about the progress on the recording sessions for the band's follow-up to the 2018 album, Vicious. She said, it's going great. We're actually kind of in the 11th hour. Everything is starting to really congeal and just reveal itself. I feel like congeal is a Mac word that she'd hate.
She'd hate it.
Yeah, let's bring that up.
Congeal.
Anyway, she goes, so we're at the tail end of it. We already have our first single picked. And that just happened. So things are definitely going to be happening sooner than later. You'll be hearing new music fairly soon. But as far as a release date for the record, we just don't have that yet. So, I mean, with all that being said, it makes a lot of sense for us to hear brand new stuff from Hailstorm before the end of 2021.
I hope so, man. I can always use some more Hailstorm in my life. Here they are with I Get Off. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Boom. Story number 1 in the books. What did I say? I was doing Metallica or Slipknot next?
I think Slipknot, you're going to end with Metallica.
Gotcha.
I mean, either way is fine.
Metallica's the girthy story. So we'll wrap up with that one. Agreed. Peeing in your yard is a man thing. We own that. Like we were built for it. Literally, we are.
Yes.
It's just good, man. Just a good feeling. I'm sending the monster over to help Marshall pee in the yard today. I can't deal with her today. Well, I won't be home for probably until around 1:30. So good luck with that. Yeah, we've got, let's see, 2 meetings back to back, Cotter and I today. We're doing a 20th anniversary, catch-up meeting at 10:30, and then we have a call at 11:30, which will probably take us to about 12 or 12:30 today. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect with the call. We'll see.
So we have a call with a consultant at 11:30.
Yes.
I hope he listens to our show, or I hope he's listened to at least something from our show.
He was going to record it. He was going to record part of it because he's like, we'll play back some stuff. We'll see, what could we have done different, that kind of thing. So we'll see. I hope to get something from it. So I'm actually excited about this one.
I think he's just gonna shit on us the entire time for an hour.
He's got to suck. He's got to set the relationship up right off the bat. So yeah, we'll see.
It's just like I had when I went to Vegas, my very first air check that I did with my program director Chris Ripley at the time, who is an amazing guy, and stayed on PDing the station for a couple of years after that. He tore me apart, just destroyed me when it came to that first air check, and I was like, well, how do I even come back after this? And it was so funny because at the end of it, he goes, but there's some good stuff. Keep it up. He'd be like, what are you doing? Or that's a crutch. That's a crutch. That's a crutch. Like, he would just utterly destroyed me on my first air check. But I love the end of it. He's just like, well, you're doing some good stuff. Keep it up. I'm like, what's the good stuff?
You figure it out.
Just murdered me.
All right, guys, be right back.
Show. Rock 1061.
Good morning. Again, thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Let's get back to it. Story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
So, Clown from Slipknot, real name Sean Crane, he's a very artistic guy. He's done documentaries and movies, and he does all the music videos for Slipknot. He creates all the mask and imagery for Slipknot itself, and he's also produced a bunch of albums for other bands like Mudvayne and so on and so forth. But this man, over the weekend, released not just 1, but 3 different songs under his YouTube channel. The songs are entitled Live Your Life, Brainwash Love, Death Inside, and Brainwash Love, Feed the Worms Birds.
What?
So they're all instrumental. They're all like very dreamlike, but very, I mean, they sound like Slipknot. Like seriously, I'm just waiting for Corey Taylor to like start singing over these kind of instrumental, like techno-y kind of tracks. But if you love Slipknot and you love Clown, actually I listened to actually all 3 of his songs while putting together and doing like show research over the weekend. So actually really cool, kind of like, it would be great stuff to play like at a haunted house on Halloween.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Like it's very dreamlike but creepy in the same way. So Clown putting out some new stuff. Obviously Slipknot. Rumors are we're going to get a new album from Slipknot at the end of the year, if not beginning of 2022. And the guys are obviously touring with the Knotfest show with Killswitch Engage and Fever 333. So very busy in the Slipknot camp nowadays.
All right, one more story to go, and then we'll wrap up the show. More of Marshall's music news coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Sean, it was kind of like, what do you actually do here? Except after that, he goes, suck. for my first air check, yeah. We did a couple air checks after that. He's like, oh, you're getting better. You're doing this. But it was like, I think he set the precedent. What you were saying is he just ripped me to shreds on that first one. I think that was just kind of his MO anyway. Yeah. So it was crazy because, I mean, I was just big city, first time on the air. It was overnights. I was doing Saturday night, midnight to 6.
Right.
You know, and like we were doing the air checks. I had to actually go by. We had like a air check machine. But every time you turn the mic on it, we record.
Was it a cassette or?
It wasn't a cassette. It was like an SD card, but it was, I forget what the name of it.
Interesting.
But it was like 5 times the size. It looked like a little like mini tape, but it was a computer thing. I forget what it was called. It was like a CD mini or something.
Okay.
But it was like it was a crazy little card I had to go buy. It was $50 for it. At that point, I had no money.
Oh dang.
But yeah, so yeah, it was fun to absolutely get tortured there.
Yeah, we had the, I'm trying to think. It's like I haven't had that many air checks. I mean, when I was doing weekend overnights when I first started, I sat through a couple, but I mean, they weren't bad. So yeah, I really haven't sat through many of those.
It wasn't floppy disk. Zip disk actually may be right, Nathan. Hold on, let me look it up, man. It's been so long.
A floppy disk would hold about 5 seconds worth of audio.
I don't think it was a zip disk. It was a zip-like, but it was like, I don't know. It was like the 2-inch by 1.5-inch kind of card. I forget the name of it.
I love. So when I first got into radio, at the first of the year, they gave you reel-to-reel tape. Every jock had their own reel-to-reel tape. It wasn't record breaks on. It was for calls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was before everything was obviously digital, so you had to record on the tape, the reel-to-reel. And then it's just like, here's your reel-to-reel. Don't lose it. That's the only one you're getting for the year. That's how you record all your calls. Come a long way.
Surely has. All right, guys, one last break, and then we'll let you guys get on with your Mondays tomorrow. Should be a fun show. Obviously, got Torture Tuesday. I'll be doing the, oh my gosh, Crap Cocktail. Torture Tuesday. That'll be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. What else we got going on tomorrow?
We got Dude of the Week. Also Quizzed in the Face. You're going to get quizzed in the face. I haven't written it yet, but I have a couple of ideas.
My wife, when we're just sitting around, she actually came up with 2 future quiz in the faces for us. So I've already actually got a couple written because she wrote them while I was hanging out having drinks. So
while you're peeing in your yard, your wife was writing your trivia.
Yeah, it's true. Probably.
Yeah, so I've got a couple ideas. I just haven't written them yet.
So if, on the live stream, we obviously have like these crazy graphics. Like what you're seeing is like a 2-panel, so a 2-video kind of screen that has our 20th anniversary logo in the middle. So Brez, our guy who does our graphics, did one for Quiz in the Face. I'm like, hey, we do it twice a week, so it's worth doing a panel for.
Yeah.
Sometimes like our one-off bits, like Wheel of Florida, we don't have one, or some of the other stuff we do. I just don't have one. But I had him do one for Quiz in the Face, and I don't know, I kind of love it. So this is what Quiz in the Face looks like. Obviously, you got a lot of quiz going over our faces. Very funny. I love it, love it, love it. So anyway, we'll be definitely using the Quiz in the Face panel tomorrow on the show. That's one of the new ones. I think we have a couple others, newer, updated ones that we have kind of in rotation right now, too.
Yep. All right, so we have about 5-ish minutes.
Quiz all over your faces. Too funny. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out on the live stream today. We actually haven't even got to it yet. Once again, speaking of crutches, I've been railing hard on the Magic 8 Ball and our answer the internet questions. So I'm trying to be good about not doing it as much, but we haven't done it this show. So if you have any Magic 8 Ball questions, hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Feel free to ask the Magic 8 Ball right now. Here's a question I'm going to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Will it rain today? Because it kind of looks crappy out right now. It is decidedly so. Definitely going to rain.
Yeah. Anymore, I'm just expecting it to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough 2 or 3 weeks where we didn't have anything for the first 5 months, and then suddenly it's just going to pour every day.
Yep. All right, we've got about 3.5 minutes.
So our boss has a meeting scheduled for us at 10:30, but he has a meeting where he gets with all the other people, market managers. And that meeting never ends at 10:30. So I got a feeling our meeting is not going to start at 10:30.
That's or he's going to use it as an excuse to get out of his other meeting.
It's true. Gibby says, "Dang, Rain, I need to mow my yard." So I've been good about mowing my backyard because I spend a lot of time in it, but my front yard I have not touched in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Some of the weeds are getting a little high. I think I'll probably get a letter this week from the HOA.
Yeah, the front yard, I mowed. So I mowed the front yard. The backyard's worse. There's more weeds. It's just taller. So the front yard wasn't horrible, but I'm like, I'm going to mow it and get it over with. My next door neighbor is military. I don't know if he's somewhere. I haven't seen him in a month. So his front yard is getting nasty. So I mowed this the side yard that goes back into where my backyard with the fence. I mean where our houses are right there by each other. I went in and I just mowed his side of that because it was up to my knees. Some of the weeds. So I was like, I'm not gonna do all of it, man, but I'll do this side for you because it was bad.
Wanda has a question Brez has one first. Oh, Magic 8 Ball, does Cotter need the new Carnage Lego head on his shelf? I hope so. Don't count on it. Uh-oh. Not going to happen. I've seen it, though. That is actually really cool. Wanda says, hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Will my daughter be single forever? Bree wanted me to ask. Okay. All right. Will Wanda's daughter, Bree, be single forever? Without a doubt. Oh, sorry, Bree. Sorry.
Red asks, which meeting is more important, the 10:30 or the 11:30? I'm going to say the 11:30 because, the 10:30, if we missed it, you can miss either one to be fine. But I think the long term, the 11:30 is more impactful, and we could figure out what we need to do, whether we made the 10:30 meeting or not.
Oof, that's a really good question. 10:30 is about our concert, which is very impactful because it's in 3 weeks.
No, I get it, but I think we all kind of know what we need to do. So I say the second one, in my opinion.
I'm going to say the first one because you and Aaron are both taking a vacation next week, and a lot of stuff may fall on me next week because of that. So I'm going to say 10:30 probably going to be the more important at this time. Sure. Now, 11:30 with consultant overall for the show. Yeah, long term, overall, that one sounds definitely more important. But for the short term, I guess it'd be more short term or long term. Short term, 10:30. Long term, 11:30.
We got about 35 seconds.
Hard to answer. Jeremy says, hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Will I reach my goal of fish for my end of summer fish fry? What does this say? Hold on. It is certain.
Ah, nice.
All the fish to you, my friend.
All right, be right back.
Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
All right, before we get out of here, one more time, Marshall's Music News.
Metallica is back to suing people. First, it was Napster. Now, the fine, wonderful people at London-based insurance market Lloyd's of London. Yes, they are suing them for damages from their postponed 2020 tour dates. There were a handful of shows that were booked in South America, but were canceled due to COVID-19. 6 shows, in fact. Now, the 6th-run date was supposed to take them to Chile, Argentina, Brazil, and would have served as Metallica's first set of shows since James came back from rehab, alcohol rehab, in late 2019. Greta Van Fleet was supposed to open, but now Metallica is suing them for monetary, that's the word, losses that they endured resulting due to the pandemic. Now, Lloyd's of London cited the policy's communicable disease exclusion and refused to reimburse the band for their shows. There's always that fine print.
I hate that. There's a way to get out of anything.
Well, apparently, Metallica doesn't like that decision from Lloyd's of London, so they are suing them for a whole bunch of money to get it back from their string of shows they had to cancel. Now, they haven't rescheduled those South American tour dates as of yet, but I can imagine they will next year.
All right, all kinds of stuff to get to on the show tomorrow. Dude of the Week Deathmatch. Marshall will get quizzed in the face. Plus, you got to face a Torture Tuesday crap cocktail tomorrow at 8 with our buddy Cam.
That sounds like a bad day for me.
It sounds like a horrible day for you. I'm so sorry, but I'm not at the same time. It's going to be awesome. So Torture Tuesday tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Be sure to tune in and check that out. We'll talk to you tomorrow starting at 6. Have a good day. It's the Goddard Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
All right, guys, that's the end of the stream today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Remember that we have a new Discord channel for the Cotter Marshall Show. If you're like, what's that? Go check it out. Gaby's going to drop the link, or Wanda will drop the link here in the next few minutes on the chat. So thank you so much for hanging out. Obviously, big show tomorrow. I'm going to make you all share. Just get ready. I'm making you, if I have to go through hell, you got to share it and show all your friends at least. So I'm going to make you guys share Torture Tuesday for us tomorrow. For the rest of the day, you guys have a good one. We'll see you then.